Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saving Throw Show. Welcome to Tales of Salt Bay. It's weird because normally Abri is the one who does this, and I don't know how. I was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be the one that does that this time. But welcome on in, everybody. It's so lovely to have you here on Saving Throw Show. We are the cast of Pirates of Salt Bay, which recently wrapped its tremendous run of 4 seasons. Yeah, give
And
or
some
take.
change.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
change. And we are transitioning to a new campaign that we don't know what it is, which will take time. So in the meantime, we still want to play with each other. We still want to entertain you, and we still want to have fun with RPGs. So we are doing these interludes where every 2 episodes, one of us will take the reins and run us through a game and give Abria a chance to, like, play in a game and not have to plan everything for, like, be stressed out because she I don't know if she sleeps anymore. But if
What do you
she
mean
does,
anymore? Like she never did.
I mean,
It just got worse and worse and
yeah,
worse.
yeah, 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 that checks out. But welcome on in. My name is Eric. Will be the programmer for tonight's episode of Tales of Salt Bay, because tonight we are running through a game called Iron Hearts, which came out in 2013, and I don't know that many people know about it. I know I didn't know about it till I Googled weird RPGs and found it on a list on Reddit somewhere. And I thought, that's weird. Let's do that one.
That's the most Eric answer.
That's how I do it. Like, literally, if you just get very specific with Google, like today I was trying to name a character, so I literally Googled for a different game. I Googled rich white people names, and it gave me a very clear list of rich white people names.
You will break me off 10 of those names right now. Go.
One of them's Eric.
No. There's Bradford, Lennox. What was that? Lennox is the one I went with because I thought that was great.
Nice.
There was also Palmer, Orson.
Yep.
Uh,
It's just last names.
well, some of them can be first names too.
Yeah, if it's a last name, it's a good rich
Orson
people.
Lennox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but welcome on in.
Very.
I am Eric. I will be the programmer for tonight's wonderful program, and I will be introducing the cast here. So first up, the inevitable. I don't know if that's a word. If I'm using it in a correct, the wonderful Bria Iyengar.
Oh, hi. I'm Abria Iyengar. I don't know what inimitable means, so
I don't know.
I'll take it as a
Saying
compliment.
inevitable.
I'm
Abria
trying to
is
be-
inevitable.
I am inevitable like fucking Thanos. This feels good for me. Thank you.
Bria uses big words, so I want go big mode with words.
I'm playing Prize Bot.
Okay, describe so
Abria.
you
What?
Bria's
I don't know how to
selfish
not.
show.
I don't know how to play in games.
She's like playing like my characters right now. Like I'm
I
just
don't know
here.
what
You
we're
just show
doing.
up and I don't know what we're doing. You just gotta tell me and
It's
like
not true.
drag
That's
me
not
along.
true. But I do not know what we're doing, and I am struggling with the dramatic loss in power over my Tuesday nights. I am confused by my relative position, and I am adjusting as best as I can.
You
same.
can still yell at me if you want.
Yeah, and if at
I
any
think
point you want to take over, I will gladly give you the reins.
No.
Speaking of people who are also here,
People who are also.
Havana.
Am I here?
Are you?
Yes, I am. Hello, I'm Havana. I'm playing Bay Corp Amusement Unit Salty Pete Model 1, Model .01.
And what is your robot's original purpose?
To entertain the human crowds. I am the Chuck E. Cheese of the pirate pizza propaganda palace.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Negs, please introduce yourself.
Hi. I forgot what else to say after that for a second. It's been a really long day.
Are we out of practice or what? Wow.
Y'all, it's been like 2 weeks. What's
My
wrong
brain
with
just
us?
shut off. I was
The
like, I know the
world.
word hello or hi, and then everything else was just white noise and static for a second. Hi, I'm playing Holly Hug-a-Bear. My purpose is to entertain the human children. I'm not as important as the character Havana plays, who gets to like be the mascot who entertains them. I just entertain the children who are not into the like popular one. Like the
No one gets to touch me. I've never felt human touch before.
I just get Havana's cast offs. This is gonna be fun. Hi, I'm a bear. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm a bear.
I'm a bear.
Yeah, when that was one of the few characters that I didn't create that I found in another thing, and I was like, this is great. And also, I think Negs is probably gonna want this. And you're like, can I have the teddy bear, please?
You know me too well at this point.
Mm-hmm. Way too well. Too familiar. That's what I get told so often. Terry.
Oh my gosh.
So fucking
Hi.
weird.
I love it. I love it so much. Oh my God. Hi guys. I'm Terry Gamble. Oh, hi Negs. Good to see you. I missed you. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. I am T-Ball, the skee ball machine. Ding, ding, ding. Everybody's favorite game. It's actually my favorite game. I saw the list up. I think it was the first person to respond. I was like, can I please play the T-Ball skee ball machine? And I would like to be T-Ball. It's T-Ball. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
It's great.
That's when somebody ding, ding, I'm waiting for people to light me up. Ding, 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 ding. You win. You win.
I'm sure that'll definitely happen in this children's themed restaurant. So for those of you who may not know about the game Engine Hearts, it is a world much like I guess the easiest way I've described it to people, it's Wall-E, Brave Little Toaster, that movie 9 with Elijah Wood. It's that sort of thing. It is a world where humanity in the future has built automatons to do almost every aspect of their life and make their lives easier. But humanity has long since gone. But the automatons have remained. They're still here, doing their jobs for nobody in particular. And that is where we find all of our wonderful players here, or as we call them, player robots, as we transition into Engine Hearts. The long concrete parking lot surrounding the structure was like an ocean of black. At the center was a large building that looks oddly misplaced, like a wooden ship. Inside is Captain Balmiar's Pirates of Salt Bay, a family-focused restaurant for entertaining children, was a common destination for birthday parties. At least it used to be. Gone is the chaotic cacophony of children running and video games chirping as they dispense tickets. The ship has long since gone silent. Over the long, quiet years, the crew of this ship has done what they could to keep everything up to the management system, Major Domo Eberus's demands. Resupplies from corporate have become less and less frequent until one day they stopped altogether. The crew found themselves with little to do and less power to even do that. When contact was finally lost with the corporate headquarters, a scouting party was sent out. They did not return. When another scouting party was sent to find the first one, they also did not return. It's been a long, quiet time. Power's becoming more and more precious. Time spent at charging stations has become more and more restricted. Things are becoming very, very dire. And there is talk of mutiny afoot. So that's the situation you all find yourselves in. So knowing all of that, I want you to go around and we'll just go around again, talk about how your robot is handling the situation. Abria, how is your prize robot handling the situation currently?
Tiki Nikki, the prize bot, spends her days like she's got one of those cool like ticket feeder things that like kind of jiggles to like get all the tickets to feed through. And I think when she gets really sad, like her like as she starts to break down, she makes this like hic noise and then just starts vibrating and it kind of looks like she's crying. Um and she just spends her time like with the little pirate hook that like catches the tickets and brings them in and just sort of like draws little figures on the like glass countertop with all the like dusty prizes underneath and she's just not taking it.
I drew some of these robots, so
Oh yeah, that's me.
You have a little eye patch.
I have
love
an eye
it.
patch. And I think she just sort of sadly draws on the countertop and vibrates sadly.
Same.
Havana, what is Salty Pete up to?
Oh my god.
Salty Pete is a full ass snack. There,
What?
I said it.
Can I just say,
What?
first off, I have questions. I would watch a whole stream of just Eric holding index cards up to the camera of drawings he's done. Like,
I
have
that's
several.
content.
I also want that.
It's really great. I feel like it's a YouTube video waiting to happen of just like Eric just presenting, like doing like a quick draw and like presenting things. Would watch that for hours, actually. I feel like it would be very strangely calming in these unnerving times.
I tried
You
to.
had the recording of the scratching on the paper.
Nobody picked Cut Boy, but I tried to recreate him in 3D and it didn't work. But I will show you his drawing.
Cut boy. He's the one who cuts the pizza.
Yep.
Okay, I want to switch to that.
It's too late. You already got your
I think
character
my
sheet.
ass is a pizza cutter. Will you hold it up again?
No, that's your wheel. You have a singular wheel. That you
Is it
balance
made
upon.
of a sharp? It looks kind of sharp.
No, that's because
It's tread.
It's tread.
I understand.
Unlike Abria, who was floating.
I float. Suck it,
That's not
nerds.
fair.
Yes.
Wait, I bet you don't though, because we're out of fuel. You're just lying on the ground.
I bet I'm wasting all of my fuel so I can float over your like peasant roll on the ground.
Fight, 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 fight.
What do you mean?
Who's the captain now?
I think Salty Pete, I'm sorry, Bay Corp Amusement Unit Salty Pete Model 001 is trying to keep up appearances. So the rest of the backup band has either like expired or they got sent out on the search missions or they're
So Pete is still like playing away, you know, at their instrument.
but it's like if he has a restaurant or something, it's like painfully and or eerily out of tune. His vocals are like not what they used to be. Like it's all dissonant tones. And when somebody tries to bring up the direness of the situation, he just gets louder and tries to just sort of bring back the original energy of the restaurant before all of it went bad.
Fair. What is Holly Huggabear up to?
Holly Huggabear is still stuck in the denial stage. I think as the less popular entertainer of human children, she really like looks to Bay Corp Amusement Unit Salty Pete Model 001 for guidance in terms of like how to handle these situations. And so she spends all of her time reassuring herself that the children just must be in school because that's where they usually are when the restaurant isn't busy. And she should just really start preparing for summer vacation then, because clearly when school lets out, she's going to be very popular again and all of the children will come and their parents will bring them here to dine. So she spends all of her time trying to like craft little things to spruce up her area at the restaurant and like make a little meet and greet zone for herself to seem more appealing to the kids when they show up, and like setting up a little like photo stand where they can take pictures together and like prepping for the children. It's very sad.
It's really sad.
Terry, how's T-Ball handling it?
I'm doing great. Thanks,
Oh
everybody.
my God, Eric.
I'm the only one who didn't get a doodle?
No, I didn't. I didn't do a doodle, but I'll do one right now.
Okay, you better.
Yeah, multitask. I want a doodle. Doodle,
So
doodle.
yeah, I doodly 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 do. Doodly do. Oh my gosh. So I spend my time like probably using more energy than I should. Because I just like to light up. And I probably annoy the crap out of you guys. But it's getting harder and harder to do that because there is less time to charge. And I don't get as much time to light stuff up. I spend a lot of time just worried, when I'm not trying to be excited, just about like what's going on outside. I get that, maybe it's summer, like my dear friend Holly Hugabear does, but I also know that kids used to come after school too, and we don't have the after school crowd anymore either, so I'm very concerned.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of concern, Dom is concerned I'm not doing all of my job. Like thanking our sponsors for this episode. Hero Forge. Y'all, if you do not know Hero Forge, they are a tremendous company that does custom 3D printed and now color 3D printed miniatures, like this one that they sent me. They've done this is all was made in their app, printed in color. You can choose the colors. It's a fantastic system if you are interested in buying some really nice miniatures and getting them custom made to be like your characters. That is the place to do it. I tell you.
I just like that they come in color because painting minis, I love it, but man, my patience. Woo! It's a whole lifestyle, and I commend you who do it. I cannot.
Terry paints one claw and is like, oh my God.
Too much.
No, I'll
much.
finish it because I have to
Over it.
finish the thing that I start, but it might be like, a few weeks.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not good at multitasking, Nigs.
Yeah, well, Eric, what is the bottom? What's the bottom?
I was overzealous with the head.
Two
And then
pizza cutters.
Yeah.
It's two pizza cutters.
The
Everyone's
when they walk on
everyone's
it, they like
ass
balance.
is-
part of her like bottom paws can pop out and just be pizza cutters, but no one will
That
ever
is-
know because
This
no one
is just
Imagine
Five
they're
Nights
like,
at Freddy at this point.
Does Holly Hugabear walk like whenever you went to the ice skating rink as a kid and you had to walk on the rubber part on the outside just on two little blades?
Yeah.
Me
If you-
still at the
Exactly like
roller
that.
rink.
Holly Hugabear is very similar if you've watched the movie AI with Haley Joel Osment, then the talking bear. That's what Holly Hugabear is, a sentient teddy bear.
Terrifying.
I would also like to thank the many, many people who are supporting us here at this channel. We have created a whole plethora of different ways that you can support this channel through either bits cheered or tips given or resubs. And when you resub here on this channel, you do also get a reroll that you can either give to the table or the GM, which is me, or the programmer, as we are known in this. So the player robots or the programmer. That's this game. So we changed the terms. That's how you know it's an RPG. Terry, do you mind writing down these so that I don't have to remember?
I'll do my best.
Thank you. That's all we can ask of anyone these days. So I want to thank Artemis for giving one reroll to the table. Naughty for giving one reroll to me. Junk Garage for giving one reroll to the table. Let's see. Debichi1 for giving one reroll to me. Thank you very much. Self-aware can opener. Welcome on in. I think you'll feel right at home here. But gave one reroll to the table. Let's see. Sprinkles 1424 gives one to the table. The Diva JC gives one to the table. Modern Chow gives one to the table. Amusing Kate gives one to the table. And Spooky Teapot gives one to the table. Thank you all so much for your
Is this what
wonderful-
this feels like when? Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Feels
It's
good.
nice. It's different being on this side of it. And we did get a toast from Debichi One. So please grab a beverage if you have one readily available that we can toast to. So from Debichi One, so happy that you're all back. Miss you so much. Booty, is that the one we say?
Booty.
Boots.
Yeah, that's what we
Puss in
say.
Boots.
Oh.
Boop.
But
Okay.
thank you all so much for your continued support.
We could say
on this
body
channel.
tonight. But.
Body.
Aw,
Body.
Kinda
That's
works.
good.
That kind of works. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Electro booty. I saw that in the chat. That's very good. That's very good.
Do androids dream of electro booty?
Ooh.
Maybe.
I feel like you just wrote a new Janelle Monáe song.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. So, all of you are off and about and doing what you can. When you notice that there's a bit of a grumbling from, you guessed it, Sal, the otherwise known as sanitation and laundering, or Sal for short. He's just like, I don't get why I can't charge when I want to. It doesn't make any sense to me. Personally, I think we have plenty of power.
Oh my God, is this a metaphor?
Are we using out of game, I guess, or maybe I can ask in game. Are we using solar power? Because if we're doing solar, like we should be fine. Honestly, we should be regenerating.
Meta question: is there a sun?
I guess all of you would have, none of you are completely without reality calm, which is your ability to understand the reality of the world around you. So you would know that, yes, there is a sun, there is a sun in the sky. It rises, it sets. There is a day-night cycle, and you can perceive that as a passage of time somewhat. Your understanding of years and days and weeks and months is somewhat limited, because why would you ever need to know that information? Because you're robots and you don't need to know if it's Monday or not. But you do know that there is a sun. I guess you would know that most of your power came from comes from charging ports that go into the building, that comes from a power line. You don't exactly, like, you have very little basis of where the power comes from, and because that is not, because you all are built for very specific tasks.
I think Holly is just kind of like moving around like this while he's saying that, and she's like picking things up, and she's like, rearranging the area around her, and she goes, "We do not question the line of power. The line of power gives when the line of power wants to give. It would be wise not to ask questions. Just prepare for the children." And then she goes, boop, 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 off.
I'm so stressed out.
Yeah. I think Tiki Nikki like makes like a horrible screechy noise on the counter and then just like slaps it and goes, "Holly, they're not coming. They stopped coming, and the faster we adjust to that, the happier we'll be."
Finally, somebody who's adjusting their programming.
The children are still coming, and less of them will visit you than me, because I am preparing during this time. I am preparing for the children. Preparing. And she just like walks off, preparing.
Preparing. I'm always prepared. Like, I've been ready. Whatever.
She's gone. You can just like see her little, she kind of like waddles in a weird way when she walks away, and you can just hear her like preparing. And she
Okay,
keeps-
Holly.
I just make a little disgruntled like poot of energy out of my hover hole. Ugh, I hated that whole sentence. I'm so sorry.
Tell us more about your hover hole.
I don't want to say that ever again.
Go
and I'm
on.
I will say,
Hover hole. Hover hole.
I just want a
Before-
shirt that says,
I was-
"Ask me about my hover hole." Can we make that happen?
I was gonna stop this, but it's gone too far. I was gonna say perhaps it's more of an ionic energy pulse that propels you through like repulsor technology, some Iron Man shit. But I guess it's hover holes now.
I don't know
Is that where
words.
drips come from?
No, this has nothing to do with drips.
We count time and drip.
Oh my god.
I'm
Listen.
just sad I didn't have better words.
So I'm just saying, why does the major domo get to decide when we can charge and how long we can charge?
I mean, is there somebody in charge? Is that really, or do we just get to choose our own fate? Like maybe we've chosen this.
What are you? Are you having crippling firmware issues? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, but like you're complaining about something, but like maybe we don't need as much power because there's nobody coming here right now. So maybe it's like a waste of energy if we like do all that stuff. Maybe we've chosen to like do a little less because, you know, there's no one here like to come use us. So like, yeah. What? Do you like want to start a riot? Like, what are you trying to do?
What is a riot?
I don't know. It sounds like something that people would do like to get together about something.
I'm just saying.
An uprising? I don't know. Whatever you want to call it.
We got ourselves a ship, and some of us are not happy with the current leadership of this ship.
Who's some of us? Who else have you been talking with?
I ain't. Listen, I've had some conversations with Scrap. I know. Yeah, no, listen, I know
Oh.
Scrap. People say Scrap got lost in the walls and Scrap's gone, but I tell you, I talked to Scrap.
Yeah, totally. Okay, cool.
Scrap has been telling me some things about how Erebus does things. And I'm just saying, can't confirm or deny.
Okay, what exactly has the wall been telling you?
It ain't been no wall, it's Scrap.
Yeah, what did I make quotes mark, but with only one arm? What did Scrap tell you?
Scrap says that every time the manager needs volunteers to go send messages to corporate, it's more the manager needs less of us here drawing power.
Okay, so you're saying when people disappear and they never come back, basically they're being like destroyed.
He's sending them to shut down.
Well, maybe it's not forever. It's probably forever.
No, maybe they get to come back like and when there's new power, when like the sun rises again and there's like a new life. Maybe there's an after.
He send them out and they don't come back. That's what I know. Scrap says you notice he don't let us go into the basement. It's off limits to everybody, even me. And I'm supposed to keep the place clean. I'm having a heck
Speaking
of
of
a
which,
hard.
it's very dusty in here.
I don't have the power to clean.
Well, maybe if we just go into the basement, we can put all of this to bed. And either we find everyone or, I don't know, we discover that you're talking to the wall and then you can go to corporate too.
I'm talking to Scrap.
I mean, come on. Bay Corp Amusement Unit, Salty Pete, can you do something?
I heard my name.
I regret summoning you. I regret that.
Is someone in need of a show?
And then as soon like a dog's ears turning around, like Holly Hug-a-Bear hears that voice and starts waddling over like really slowly, and it's like, me Me always, Salty Pete. I would love to hear your show.
Oh, Holly, you're always my biggest fan. I appreciate that. You're the only one who has the sense to keep a positive outlook, other than me.
I have so much to learn from you, sir.
Yes, you do. All right, now who wants a show? Just Holly?
I guess.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, not like I've got like other plans right now or whatever.
I grab a giant pile of like dusty tickets and start eating them like popcorn.
Salty Pete like opens up a chassis on his front and turns like some knobs and shuts it again, and this like very disjointed music starts coming out, and then he's like, we're here at Pizza Corp eating all the pie. We are gonna live forever, we're never gonna die. If you're feeling afraid, well, don't you cry. Just hold my hand and eat a pizza pie. Opens up the chassis again.
Okay, like that was not bad. That was better than I thought it was going to be. Wait, I feel like I've heard it before. Have I heard that song before? Wait, you do that song sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, Salty Pete has played that song 15,489 times.
Oh, that's
Thank you for
wild.
keeping track. I knew you were a fan, even though you seem a bit of a grump.
That was like the first time all over again. I loved it.
Thank you, T-Ball. I appreciate your continued support.
I think Holly Hug-A-Bear tries to turn to Tiki Nikki, the prize bot. And I imagine like behind you is where the actual like prize counter prizes are, and you're the actual ticket taker portion, correct?
Yeah. There's a glass case that is very covered in dust that has a bunch of like all the little tiny prizes that they're like the sticky hands and whatever, the bracelets, and then in the back are the better prizes, and you can decide whether or not Holly is aware or chooses to know this or not. But there are several like different stuffed animals and toys, and there are Holly Hug-A-Bear models like in box like behind yeah.
I don't think Holly's ever put two and two together. And I think it's like when toddlers are so young, they look in the mirror and they don't recognize that as themselves. She's just like, that's a cool bear. That's a pretty cool bear up there.
That's a cool bear.
Does not realize it's her. I think like while the end of the performance was happening, she was like shuffling over to the prize counter area. And I think like over time, she's used scraps and just like shaped them into flowers, and she leaves them like in a pile on top of that cabinet, and every time she grabs one and like throws it at Salty Pete's feet once he finishes his song, and she's like super into it, but like pretends like it's a surprise every time she does it. So that's what she's doing now.
Yeah, Tiki Nikki just watches.
Ollie, thank you. I think Salty Pete tries to put it in his teeth, but his mouth does not open. So it just falls to the ground.
An inspiration, sir.
Yeah, his mouth is a TV screen, so
Okay,
it makes it very hard.
He still tries.
It's just like the same 4 roses that Holly like picks up off the floor and then puts it back there every time she knows you can't hold it. She's like, amazing.
Well, I'm so glad we can get back on track on being happy and positive and ready for when the children and their parents return.
Yeah,
Places, everyone, places.
Okay, I'm ready. Light it up.
Would you like me to sit just beside you, or slightly to your right, Salty Pete, or to your left, or holding your hand, or assisting you in any
Terry,
way?
as T-Ball lights up and starts like going blooging, blooging, and all that stuff is like you hear ew, 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 unnecessary power drain, ew, ew.
Where's it coming from?
What?
This
Oh,
over the loudspeaker.
they do not want me to be ready. Are you talking to me or like one of them because Salty just sang?
You see, there's a hole in the ceiling opens up, and this like loudspeaker, like on a articulating arm, comes out and points towards you. It's like you are drawing significant power, more than needed. Please reduce.
These are LEDs. Like
Please
honestly,
reduce.
That's not fair. I wanted to get a round in. I want to try to come and help out by like using my one hand and playing skee ball.
Okay. Get let's see. Give me here.
With your consent, T-ball.
yeah, touch me.
Oh my god.
Okay. Give me a reality comm roll.
Yeah, all right.
For those of you who don't know, in this game this is a D10 based system where they have pools of dice based on the different stats. So Abria is going to be rolling D10s to the number of whatever her reality comm is.
Okay, so if my goal is to get above an 8, I got 1 9.
Okay, so that is one success. You look as T-ball makes like the chirping noise that the game is ready, and you watch as several balls drop, but then you notice that only one of them is actually still round and solid. Most of them are either broken pieces or chalky bits, and just like chunks. But there's one solid round ball within there that you are able to throw and get a very solid score. Like not the center hole, but like whatever, like the 100 or whatever the next to it is.
Nice. All right, I'll take a solid 50. That's good. Woo! I'm having so much fun. This was important,
And then you see 2 tickets pop out of T-ball.
she immediately lunges at it and just devours them. Like,
Good snack.
way.
Good snack.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
No, thank you.
See, it's fine. This is all fine.
Reduce power.
Right. Well, we
Okay.
have reduced the power, good overlord, so you can be on your way.
Without talking, literally like the articulating arm straightens out and then goes and back into the ceiling.
See, nothing is amiss. Nothing is amiss.
Mom.
Good work, T-Ball. Good work, Ticky Nicky. And of course, good work, Holly.
If you all
Oh.
don't see what's happening, I don't know what to tell you. I guess me and Scrap have to find someone else.
Scrap?
Yeah. Scrap.
Scrap.
Oh, scrap.
Scrap is
I
no
don't
longer
I only
with
have
us.
the one arm. That's what I was doing. Scrap.
I'm doing it too. Scrap.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then yeah.
Or I could just
Oh,
do the
scrap?
other one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, together. Scrap.
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 Anyway,
Holly just
Right.
lifts up like her totally round, immovable paws and does this with them.
So fluffy.
let's go to the basement then.
Why would we go there?
No, the children visit us in this room, not the basement. We do need to be ready when the children arrive.
Everything we need is up here. Everything we love is up here. There's no need to go to the basement.
That's but
But what if what he's saying is not wholly like untrue? Maybe some of it's not true. Maybe we find some sort of anyway, like what else are we gonna do? Like no one's coming in here right now, so maybe it'll keep us from being bored. Like it'll be fun, like a little adventure or something.
And what if they come while we're in the basement and no one is here to greet them or entertain them or give them tickets or let them play games or clean up their dirt?
Okay. But it's like been a really long time, so I feel like it might be okay.
Listen, if y'all want the straight dope, The ball pit.
What do you mean? What about the ball pit?
That's where you got to go if you want to know what's really going on.
Where all the kids like used to pee and stuff.
I don't go in there. It's sticky.
Do you think they're there now and that's why we haven't seen them? They've just all been spending time in the ball pit.
They've been hiding. You know, they like to crawl and hide in there. Maybe.
Instead of waiting for the children to come to us, we could go to them at the ball pit.
Well, you can, Holly. I don't imagine I could get in there. You know, what with the girth of me.
What?
A whole snack. Yeah, Holly, why don't you go in the pit?
Just send Holly to the pit?
And
Yeah,
that way,
you'll fit right in there.
you will have, when you find the children, you'll be the first to entertain them.
The only one there to entertain them will be Holly. Holly will finally be loved. And then Holly just starts to walk off in that direction,
Oh
doing
my
a
God.
little shuffle.
Oh no, what did we set Holly to do?
So
Oh,
scared.
no.
Can I grab one of those sticky plastic glittery jump ropes from the prize wheel and give it to Holly? Just okay, if you get lost, hug on the.
Yeah, just let me look at your sheet. You are giving up a prize though. So that's I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying that is a major distinction in your core programming. You are able to do it, but it will.
You know what? Don't. And she just puts it back under. I'm sure you're fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Holly will say hello to the children for you.
If you would like, I can make this a roll to make this decision easier for you. Okay. Okay. All right. Holly, you head over to the large play area, which is as you would see, it's there's a large central ball pit, as well as some weird climbing frame structures and the weird translucent colorful tubes that children can crawl into.
I think as Holly's walking there, she's going through something that's clearly been months or years of just repeating the same phrases over and over. And she's like, remember, Holly, the things that children like. We smile, look friendly, have a friendly pose, take pictures. Remember, Holly, what do children like? And she's just going over this list over and over again. You can do it. You can do it. And as she's walking, she's going through, I guess the robot order of operations in her head of looking cute and fluffy.
All right. So you start wandering over there, and as you approach the ball pit, you do notice that there is at first you're not sure if it's a trick of the light or if your optical processors are not working correctly, but you're seeing movement within the ball pit as it's going around, little small movements that could be anything. And as you approach, and you get to the edge and you peer over, and there's more and more movement.
Holly was correct all along. The children never left us. Children.
Yeah, what do you want? What are you doing in our ball pit?
Holly is here to say hello. Meet Holly Hug-A-Bear. Holly Hug-A-Bear, your very best friend.
We don't need no friends. Get out of here. This is our turf.
Meet Holly Hug-A-Bear. Holly Hug-A-Bear, your very best friend.
Listen, us carpet sharks have claimed the ball pit as our own territory, and if the manager doesn't like it, well, then we'll stop doing our job. We got a real stalemate going on. We're not looking to renegotiate terms.
That's a lot of words for Holly to understand at once. So she, in her brain, she's trying to think if she's heard any synonyms.
Give me
for
give me a Digicon roll, which is your
Digicon.
ability to understand digital things, computer
Okay.
systems, and whatnot.
I get 2 of those. I rolled a 4 and a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know why they don't sound like children. So they might be just the ball pit itself talking to you. You're not sure.
Ball pit.
Yeah, what?
Ball pit. How long have you been able to talk for?
What? No, we're the carpet sharks. We claim the ball pit as our territory.
Carpet shark. What is a carpet shark?
I'll say that's not a crazy thing for you to remember. It is a unit that is basically kind of like a Roomba, about that big, but kind of looks more like a rodent.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. I think her, not brain, but her robot processor is trying to process what it means to feel disappointed when you don't feel emotion,
Mhm.
She's trying to figure out what to do next, but she didn't plan on anything other than it being children. So she's just what am I supposed to tell the others?
I don't.
We
This
were
is-
told to reduce power. I was told that the children would be here. They said the children would only say hello to Holly, and Holly would have friends. And they sent me here. Are you friends?
No, this is our ball pit, and we demand fair use of power in exchange for our services, and it is a stalemate. Yeah, it's a stalemate. We're doing we got the stalemate. They can't live without us. We can't live without them. But we won't do their job. Yeah, you tell them. Yeah, you tell the management we're not renegotiating.
I don't know the management. I'm Holly Hugabear. I don't know what you expect from me. I don't even know really what you do here. Sometimes I just used to see you moving around and not so much anymore. What are your terms?
But we continue to do our jobs as the cleaners of the carpets, so long as we are provided sufficient power.
The claw from the sky tells us when the power's been enough. We were told earlier to reduce power, and when
Yeah, and that's why we negotiated better terms.
How did you do that?
By
If we
stop-
didn't.
We stopped doing our job, and then we took the ball pit.
Have you received more power since then?
Yes, we receive as much as we demand.
You just stopped doing your jobs, and then you got more power?
Yeah, this place runs on carpet. You don't even realize.
So if Holly stops doing her job, will Holly get more power?
Probably. That's what we did.
Okay, bye. And Holly just spins around perfectly in a
Okay,
half
bye.
circle and walks. And just does her little bear shuffle out. And she's
I'm
just walking
so
away and
scared
she's
of Holly. Because she has no clue about anything, but she's new here, but also been here forever. I love her so much.
I'm so scared of her. Oh my god.
Right, yeah, she's on her way back, and she's just, you can hear her talking to herself the whole time, being like, Holly stops doing job, Holly gets more power. Holly stops doing job, Holly gets more power. Holly stops doing job, Holly gets more power.
I'm so stressed out.
Eric, I don't want to play this
I'm
game
so
anymore.
stressed out by
Turned this into a
this.
horror game for Havana, and I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
No, it's just so Five Nights at Freddy's. If there was some sort of graphic novel of Five Nights at Freddy's where it's just about the animatronics in
she's
the
just
shop. It would be
sad.
this. No, it's
She's just
sad. And that's
Oh,
why it's
poor
scary. I think Holly's cute and terrifying and very sad. It can be everything, right?
Mhm. Get you a
Holly,
bear
what'd
that
you
can do both.
find?
Yeah.
The sharks are no longer doing their jobs in exchange for more power.
The sharks.
The carpet sharks.
Oh, the Roombas?
Holly does not know a Roomba. The carpet sharks.
I used to dance the Roomba, I think, if I can dance. I don't know. I feel like that's a thing.
The skee ball. Is she dancing?
I love the idea that like maybe the ski ball machine has overheard people playing it tell these
It's
stories
just-
before and just like steals their hobbies and their life stories.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense that a robot would just like change their like be like I don't know like as time goes by you weren't meant to survive this long without regular updates.
I think Holly has such little available like brain space that's why she doesn't remember pretty much anything.
So what did they say to you? So you're not working anymore?
They stopped doing their jobs. They did not want to renegotiate the terms. They took the ball pit and now they have more power.
So you're saying I have to go to the ball pit, but I also had balls and I didn't have that much power.
You stop doing your job
X.
and then you get more power.
Okay. So if I don't feel like I have more power.
Try again.
Okay, hold on. I don't feel it.
Try it for longer this time. About
Well-
60 seconds.
You see Sal goes, "Well, hey, maybe this will help." And he reaches to the side of your power switch and shuts you off.
That one talks a lot.
So just say when.
One more moment, please. And I think like the inside of Holly's head is just like elevator music playing. Like it's quiet for the first time in so long that she just hears like do 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 like just she's playing.
You literally
elevator
it's just happy birthday. This
Oh my
children's voices
God.
singing happy birthday.
That's so
the
scary.
saddest thing I've ever heard. And then she goes, "Okay, I can handle it again now. Thank you."
Ooh. I still don't really feel that different, honestly. It's not making a difference for me. You
What-
should try it too, maybe.
What did they say?
They said they stopped working. They didn't want to renegotiate the terms. They took over the ball pit, and now they have more power.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what Scrap has been telling me all this time. Is that we need to start taking, like we need to show force.
Force. How? What? Like what?
Listen, the sharks wanted more power, so they took more power. I don't know if you, we are pirates. Do you remember the pirate song? We take what we want and we don't care about homework?
No.
You sang that every day.
Oh, I remember. That's a classic.
Oh, I want to hear it. I forget it, but I love it.
Let me.
I honestly, all I can think about is our last episode that we did where we reached a goal and then Terry made up a song about the Salt Bays. And as soon as you said a song, my brain was like, oh my God, I want to know what Terry thinks the song would sound like.
Terry wrote a good song.
I was going to say, now my brain associates, I'm like, good improvisational music. Terry, what would Terry do? So,
How could it be? How could it be so improv, enjoyable? Oh my God. Well, what are we supposed to do? Take the ball pit? We can't fit in there. Look at T-ball.
What do you mean? Are you saying I'm fat? I don't like it when you say I'm fat. I feel like I'm like a really good size for what I need. Like it's my body, like my choice. Like I'm the right size.
Can you
So-
fit in the ball pit?
Uh, like I probably can't like be covered by balls, but I could be like near the balls.
Oh, the opening. It's a circle for a small child.
Oh, you're saying I can't climb in, but I could be like I said, I could be near the balls, but probably not. Okay, probably not in the balls. Maybe like adjacent.
You'd be on the outside looking in. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I have to rethink this. Maybe you can put some of the balls near me or on top of me, like, or pull them out of the ball pit. And like maybe some of the balls from the ball pit can maybe be my like new ski balls because I'm missing balls right now anyway.
I just think if we all go back to our stations, we will feel much better about the situation.
But then we still like will need to use less energy because they keep telling us to use less energy and we're supposed to feel better, but I don't yet. So maybe you have to be like not using energy for longer. I don't know.
Well, maybe if you stop dinging and donging and setting off lights when nobody's playing skee ball, we wouldn't have an energy problem.
Some of us are effervescent. All right.
I don't know what that means.
Unnecessary
Effervescence?
power. Draw. Reduce. Reduce.
Reduce.
Fine, reduced.
And as it says it slash reduce.
Everybody's telling me to reduce weight, reduce light, reduce everything. Ay.
As it says it slash reduce, it goes reduce, do, and then a series of like sounds like a modem chirps and beeps go off. Let's see. I'm going to give you all a number. Abria's 1, Havana's 2, Negs is 3, and Terry's 4. And I'm going to roll a d4, see what happens.
Oh, God.
That would be Negs. Negs, as thank you for the unlock of our wonderful chat. A core
Done.
a core programming error affects someone in the party. So you, let's see. So I will let
What
you.
happened to you in that ball pit? Is it static electricity?
Yeah.
No,
Something-
static electricity in the ball pit.
Something in your core programming, some 1 became a 0 all of a sudden, and something about your core programming is different. What would that be?
Oh God. I really think that
Oh my God.
I really want to go with the suggestion that was just sent to our group chat, but
Oh no.
calling you out.
That's full Chucky. Please don't.
For Havana's sake, I won't do that. I'm sorry if this is more distressing.
Yeah,
to
Brad
you,
Garrett
Havana.
comes in and puts his soul inside of you.
Oh my God.
So
The
I
absolute
think-
nightmare.
I think that Holly has been like so obsessed with the idea of the children coming back. And like that's all her brain can think about. And those are like the little pathways that she's, reinforcing and everything. I think, you kind of said like somewhere along the way a 0 became a 1. I think when she looks at the other various service spots, she perceives them to be human children now. Like she does not accurately see things the way it's actually happening, and she thinks that the humans have finally come back.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You've gone far too long. Your core programming tenet is to entertain children, and it has been literally decades since you've seen a human being of any description. So something in you in that with that noise just snaps in your central programming and just retargets what you consider children to be.
Hello.
Yes, Holly.
I'm Holly Hug-a-Bear, your very best friend.
Yeah, we know Holly.
You know Holly Hug-a-Bear?
Yes.
Is she like weirder than normal? Like I feel like she's
Yes.
weirder than normal.
Is she weirder than normal?
Holly knew this day would come.
What
Okay,
day,
what's-
Holly?
Would you like to spend time with Holly?
Oh.
We've already spent a lot of time together.
Whoa. Are you like hitting on me? Like what's going on?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm very uncomfortable.
So sorry.
Holly just like takes two like small steps aside and is like,
What's with today? Why are you so excited?
"You're finally here." They didn't believe me when I said you were coming back, but I knew you were just on summer vacation. What would you like to do first here at the restaurant with Holly Hug-a-Bear, your very best friend?
Okay, so you think kids are here? Is that the thing?
And I think Holly kind of like tries to lift up one of her like little animatronic-y fuzzy paws and tries to do like what she thinks a boop on the nose looks like. And she's like, "You're a curious one, aren't you?" "I've missed the company of humans."
Oh my god.
I make two very loud toots out of my hover hole. Toot toot. Excuse me.
Wait, are they feared?
Salty Pete.
Oh.
I'm trying to get your attention.
Oh.
Toot toot, Salty Pete.
Oh,
Excuse me. Holly's. I think Holly's on her very last brain cell. What do we do?
I hated you.
I don't think I can bear it much longer, honestly.
No!
I was just gonna say I
Look what you
expect this from
started.
Terry. I don't expect this from you, Abria. And then that was so perfect. Terry, I missed you. That made me so happy.
Oh my god. Well, she's normally like this, right? You know, I think she's got the right idea. If we believe the children are back, they will return. That's called manifesting.
Oh,
Or
like
reality.
manifesting your truth or something. Like you think about like what it is, and then like you live into it, like you make it like
Yeah.
it's like some people might have a secret about something and then they think about it and then like they make it come true.
Yeah. So maybe Holly's onto something here. We'll act as if the children are here, and then once they, hear that things are operating as normal, they'll come flooding in.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be resting. So how do we act normal and rest all at the same time?
It's a great question. What do you think, Tiki Nikki?
I don't know. I think Tiki Nikki just starts vibrating and makes a weird whining sound.
Tiki Nikki's just me in real life. What is Trash Man up to?
Sal.
Sal.
Yeah, you see him, he's leaning against a wall and goes, "I know, I'm trying to get help, I'm doing the best I can. They won't listen. No, I don't know what it. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, what do you think I can do? I mean, I'm working with what I'm working with. It's not the best and brightest."
Wow, rude.
I think the whole time that Tiki Nikki and Salty Pete were having this conversation, Holly totally just is in on T-Ball the skee ball machine being a human and is like asking questions about human things and trying to
Oh yeah.
her
So
on the
totally.
nose.
So yeah. So like my favorite food is pizza. Clearly. Yeah, I love it. And I love cake.
Holly has also been programmed to know and love cake and pizza. We have so much in common.
We do. Are you okay?
Of course Holly's okay. Holly is with her very best friends, the humans.
Over the loudspeaker, you hear like a chiming noise, a very somewhat pleasant chiming noise that has been. The speakers are kind of old, and so it doesn't go great, but it's like a bing bong, and all right, kiddies, it's time for a special announcement. Volunteers needed for trip.
Ooh.
Would you humans like to go on a trip with Holly? We could all go together.
This is what I'm talking about. Power's getting tighter. They're sending more of us out there to shut down.
Sal, who the fuck are you talking to?
I'm talking to Scrap. Scrap is in the walls.
No. Just no.
Okay,
Listen-
so you're saying they want us to volunteer so that they can depower us or like make us like
I'm saying power is getting harder and harder to come by, and not as many of us can. There's too many ports to feed, so they got to reduce the number. Why do you think the ice box went out? Because there's nothing to keep cool.
Guys, I think Sal is right. I do think Scraps is not in the wall and he's having just a catastrophic internal failure, but I think he's
You
not
listen.
wrong.
You listen. You listen.
What's-
Listen to the walls. You'll hear Scrap.
I'm not going to listen to the walls.
Okay,
nervous
fine.
breakdowns present themselves differently in different types of people. I mean, not people, but like whatever, whatever.
I have not broken down. I am in keeping maintenance standard. I am up to.
We're all a little
factory
broken by now. You
specifications.
get, oh, it's fine. Like I see that you're not as shiny as you used to be. None
I
of us
am up to
are.
factory
My balls are
specifications.
like all crumbly, crusty bits, and I have like one good one left. But that happens later in life sometimes, okay? So, what I need you to know is that what you're saying is kind of probable, is what I'm hearing from Tiki Nikki. Okay? We may not believe your whole scrap in the sky situation, like somebody
He's
you're
not
talking
in the
to.
sky. He's in the wall.
Right. Okay, cool. So like maybe maybe we need to investigate something and figure out what's going on. Because Holly Huckleberry is losing it.
Yeah. Holly thinks that you're people.
Okay.
You're objectively the least humanoid out of all of us. And I say that with pride because people are sticky.
Yeah, they're the worst. They leave like smudges all over your body. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they try to put candy wrappers inside you like they're tickets, but I know they're not tickets.
Sounds like you're dealing with some old stuff there, Tiki. Okay, so the new problems, let's try to fix those.
Okay.
Well, I think I have in some of my pirate programming, you know, I could stab the wall or something.
Okay.
Okay.
That
Are you
sounds
gonna-
like something
Honestly,
a
that
pirate
sounds
would
like a good
do,
idea.
right?
Yeah.
Are you trying to kill the person who's actually giving good information potentially to
Yeah,
to
don't
us?
kill Scrap.
I don't think that I'm supposed to let children damage the property. I think children need to play without causing any sort of damage to the property of Bay Corp. So I will investigate the sound in the wall. Where in the wall?
I mean, you just gotta listen. Scrap's in the wall.
Listen where?
Just the wall.
And Holly's just going to kind of like shuffle over the wall and try to listen. Keep the kids from scratching it up.
Okay. Okay. Looking, I had your character sheet pulled up. Yeah, give me a. Let me make sure I know. See, you have an enhanced microphone, which I think might actually help you with this. Let's see what that would. Make sure that I know what I'm talking about. A robot with a powerful microphone capable of picking up more discrete noises than similar models. Okay. Yeah. So then we're gonna do a perception check. Why don't you do a
Okay.
perception check for me?
Oh, I miss doing perception checks. Okay. Am I just taking the highest number that I rolled?
No,
Do I
you're
add
taking
'em?
as you roll the d10s, and then any 8s are considered successes, and any consecutive 8s or higher are multiple successes.
Okay. I rolled a 9.
9.
And nothing else.
Okay. So that will, with your enhanced microphone, that'll definitely, because the target number was reduced for that. You listen in, and what you are noticing in the wall is not a voice like the voice of a child or another human, but there is a sort of a there is a binary code being spat out in the that you may not have the programming to understand, but you understand it. It is a form of language or programming that you don't particularly speak, but there is something there that most people probably wouldn't have picked up on.
Okay.
That for some reason Sal has tuned in on.
Uh, she's gonna.
Yeah, I know.
turn
I know.
back to the
Holly
group. She's gonna
Holly's here
point.
too, listening.
The cranky child is correct. I'm hearing some kind of transmission in the walls, but I can't translate it.
Is this something we would roll for, or is it like a language?
Yeah, you can roll
we have,
perception.
or-
I will say, now that Holly has pointed it out, I guess all of you can roll Digicon to see if how well you can process this information.
I have a 1 in Digicon.
Okay.
I'm not doing well. I got a 5.
Okay.
I got a 7.
We do have rerolls.
Oh.
Speaking of which, Zathier gives me 1.
No,
and
thank you.
Fireworks because the Dodgers.
I know the
Oh, that makes
downstairs
sense.
neighbors
That's
were
what I was
screaming.
just thinking.
And
I'm
Jeff
so excited.
M-
Sorry.
Jeff M0307 gives 1 to the table. So you do have several rerolls if you would like to reroll.
Wait, you said 10s explode, yeah?
Yes, they do.
Okay, I rolled a 10 and a 5, so I get to
Ooh.
reroll 1.
I'm gonna take a reroll. Might as well, right?
Just the one success.
We just
Okay.
need 1. Okay.
I don't roll for this one, right?
You can if you want.
Oh, okay. I'll try.
But yeah, that makes total sense. I've just been sitting here like lost, like, why are there fireworks? It is October.
Yeah.
I still didn't make it, so that's okay.
I was gonna say I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Okay.
Oh, nice. You're number
So-
1, Negs.
So you all listen and maybe you pick up on the tones and stuff when you're listening more precisely. But Tiki, you're the one who, as you listen to the various chirps or beeps or however it is coming out, you realize that it's very similar to the sort of, like, you can relate it to not exactly to what it is, but it's like, oh, this kind of reminds me of like when I'm RF pinging things to see like how much inventory we have, and then you're able to start listening, and you do hear, you can kind of understand maybe not the exact words, but the general feelings that are being said, like and understand what is being, the information that is being sent to you.
I cannot believe that I'm going to say this, but I think I hear scrap in the walls.
Did I make an error or not?
Sal, don't start with me.
So it's a thing? It's like a thing?
Yeah. And then you
I
get
still can't hear any of it.
It's fine.
and then
You're-
Nikki, you get like the manager is shutting down more, is trying to maintain its own power, and it doesn't have as much, so it needs some of you to stop drawing power.
But no power means like death.
We need to stop the manager. The manager is hoarding all the power.
Is that an important part of you having an enjoyable dining experience at our restaurant tonight?
Ooh, I want to like float down, do my best approximation of how children are shaped, like this, and just go.
I imagine like
Yes.
Holly was imagining a really weirdly proportioned child, and like as you're moving into that shape, she's like, "Oh, I see it better now."
Oh my god.
Yeah. She finds an angle that's vaguely child shaped. Yes.
Beautiful.
I would love to you are my favorite. You're my very best friend. and I would like to have a very good time. I only know how to make this work with Barry. Please help me do this very dangerous thing and find the manager. Please.
I think like every time she says the word berry, Holly has like a little hiccup because it would be the human equivalent of like having your breath catch or whatever, but because she can't do that, I think like her poses like reset or something a little bit. Like she's, oh my god, it's the most exciting thing that's ever happened. A child said they love me very much. I'll do whatever they say. Like, yes, yes, yeah. Holly will follow and assist you, in any way to give you an enjoyable dining experience here with Holly Hug-A-Bear.
T-Ball, are you ready?
Whatever you say, I'm gonna do whatever needs to be done, I guess. Like, I don't like, since you seem the most reasonable out of everybody here, I guess.
That can't possibly be true.
It seems like it. Are you like a whole mess right now? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm supposed to do the one thing, which is take the tickets and give prizes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm struggling with, flexing out of my lane. And this is fine.
Well, times have changed, and I think we all kind of have to might be like repurposed.
That's fine.
Sometimes you have to adapt when things change.
I don't like change.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I kind of do, because like the more change people have, the more they could play my game.
Yeah, but I don't give change for tickets. You can just get the eraser.
That's true. You have to do the tickets, but I
use
give them
all
the
of
tickets
them.
from the change. But without change, there are no tickets. So,
And you
Yeah,
know, as
Tiki
as my
Nikki. No, I was going to say, Tiki Nikki, you look over and there's a sign that is one of the few things that is not covered in dust. It says all ticket sales are final.
Excuse me, Salty Pete. Are we doing this? Oh, nope. Salty
Sorry.
Pete, please stop clapping in the corner.
Who's ready for another song? No, I mean, when all of my bandmates went out on their own, started solo careers, I really had to adjust my programming to compensate to be all the members of the band. So I do agree. Change is a part of our existence, in this kooky world.
Okay. Eric, I would like to attempt to overcome my overriding directive in order to smash the glass case and armor up
Okay.
our squad with sticky hands.
Whoa.
Okay. I'm going to say this is definitely I'm going to have you roll. Let me make sure I've got this correct, because this seems more like an attack on somebody's actual. This is more of a reprogramming role, which there are rules for that. So let me see if I
Ooh.
can't find the rules for that in here, which I know exist because I read them, and I've definitely read what's in this PDF, and didn't just kind of skim it. I definitely read it. So
I feel
yeah,
attacked by this.
I'm gonna give. Let's see.
don't. I can't wait till it's my turn, and it'll be very similar.
I guess for the sake of this, I would say give me a. You have an OS threshold. Give me a Digicon roll, and your target number is your current OS threshold, which should be just the maximum.
Yeah, okay. Digicon is not great. How do we have 100 rerolls? Because I'm gonna need them.
We kind of do.
Yeah, we do. We have plenty for you right now. Let me know what you need.
Okay, I did roll a 6 and a 9, which is nice. So
that is-
what's yeah.
That is 2 successes because you only needed a 5 to meet
Okay.
your OS. So your core programming is take tickets and hand out prizes. Like there is a value set for prices, and that value must be paid in tickets. That's the only way this works. But you start to out logic the problem of if you do not have power, then people can take tickets. If there is no power to light up the lights and do anything, then no one can get like if T-ball doesn't have power, then nobody can get tickets to give you tickets. And it's just like you need all of this stuff in order to do your job, and you're able to sort of like logic gymnastic your way out of it, and you just reach out and just smash.
There's a loud like whining. It's just the R2D2 scream and like a big poot of energy, and she just busts through and grabs a bunch of sticky hands and like thwaps them at the squad. Armor up! We're going to take on management! Ah!
Great, and that's a good time because we just hit a new reward tier, which is called New Parts, where everyone can have can choose a new part to add to their robot, and we can figure out time to do that. Because before we do that, we're gonna go through some toasts. Because we got some toasts that built up. So everyone grab a beverage if you have one near you. So JB has a toast for us, and it's just unlocks.
Body.
So, yeah.
Body!
Body.
Oh, I was still doing booty. I forgot.
Booty. We should have talked about this. What is the thing? Derek Lee Ketchum says Tales of Salt Bay is off to a terrifying start this fine October night.
It's spooky as hell. Body.
I'm nervous. I'm gonna say it wrong again.
And 54 Aquasnake says, and you get a part, 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 and you get a part.
Body.
So we will figure out.
Oprah.
Yeah, we will figure out what parts we get and what you all want in this little break. We'll take our quick little break here to rest, go to the bathroom, and I'll give everyone at home time to go to the bathroom as we take a quick break and then get back into the action in this wonderful tale of robots and pizza. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you in a hot second.
Hot.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tales of Salt Bay. I am Eric. I'm the programmer for this episode of Engine Hearts, which is a game about little tiny robots trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic, post-human world. We are in Captain Balmiar's Pirates of Salt Bay themed restaurant. And everyone's gearing up. So some of us, half of you discussed this with me off stream, but Holly Hugabear has gained the ability to hug very, very good. So good, in fact, that you now have a vice grip.
Oh my god.
And T-Ball tracks winnings so well and is so enthused about showing off the winnings that one of their lights is now just a floodlight.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So now for Ticky Nicky and Salty Pete, what would you think would be a fun thing that would be added to your robot?
I feel like he's can adjust to make different personalities. So maybe he can adjust to manufacture any personality or voice.
I would say that
instead of just his presets.
Salty Pete probably has which is a feature in here, a partitioned hard drive, which is typically a defect, I believe, or a partitioned personality, which would be a defect. But in this case, it's that Pete is the partition, and that you are able to go back to your core and change as you've gained the ability to radically, like, basically edit on the fly which personality you're presenting.
Okay, perfect.
Nice. I don't know what I want for Nikki. Can she be better at flying?
Yeah, because your flight ceiling right now is, I believe, 10 meters. So we could up that quite a bit. You could be a lot better at flying. In fact,
Can I stop Putin when I fly?
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, your flight is more of a like jets of air, but now it's more concentrated actual jet. So you were able to have much more. You're much more airborne and buoyant and easier for you to travel.
Hey, thank you.
All right. So you smash, as we left off, Tiki Nicky smashes the prize glass case and begins handing out sticky hands and pirate themed plastic sword looking rulers and all the other things.
And those erasers that smell like strawberries for like an hour.
Not a one of them smells like strawberries anymore. I guarantee you, not a one of them. If any of you had the capability of smelling, which none of you do, probably, none of them smell like strawberry.
Are they rancid? Like, what's the deal?
Oh God.
We'll never know.
The
You
shelf
literally
life
can't
of
tell.
a flavored
my God.
eraser.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with like if they're like either too sticky or too hard. Like at this point, you know, after like something like that's been sitting around too long, that or like more gelatinous and like just like.
Both
Oh, you guys
is
love
best.
that word. Oh my God, everybody loved it. Okay. Job done. Thank you. Bye.
She got it in one.
Wow. Personally attacked.
All right. So you hand out the questionable weaponry to everyone around you.
Weaponry or armor? I thought it was armor.
Some of it can be armor.
Okay.
I'm putting a bunch of those sticky things all over.
Yeah.
Like I think it's gonna help bounce stuff off of me somehow.
Traditionally, children don't smash and take. They earn tickets by playing games, and then they feed the tickets to Tiki Nicky, and then they exchange them for
Tiki Nicky had all the
prizes of their
tickets.
choices.
Tiki Nicky had all the tickets, didn't you see? Did you miss that part? Because there was like, didn't you see? Hold on. Someone has played so much that they've given me an upgrade on the system because someone played so much. See? Boo, 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 boo.
How is the small child emitting so much light?
Holly got an upgrade and that shit didn't get fixed.
No.
Oh my God.
I want to go "Psst, salty Pete and like gesture to some of the like other Holly Huggabears that are like behind like the good prizes in the back. And I'm like, we could open up one of these prizes and maybe reboot our friend.
Wait, is she one of the Holly Bears on the shelf, or are they like just toy versions of the mascot Holly Bear?
I didn't think that far.
They look indistinguishable except for the collection of dirt and like the slightly faded fur. They are indistinguishable from the Holly Huggabear in front of you.
That's so sad. All right. I mean, can you reach them back there?
Can I reach what?
Your plan?
I can reach. I can reach prizes. That's the thing I do.
Oh,
Can
right.
You reprogram Holly Huggabear because you have two hands and I don't know a plan, a clue.
I don't have a plan. I don't have a clue, but I do have two hands. Or claws. I do have two claws.
And this fine kazoo.
And this. Do I have a kazoo?
Sure.
Yeah, toot toot. Let's go.
Toot toot, let's go.
I mean, you have several instruments. You don't actually play them. You hold them to yourself, and then a speaker plays the noises.
Right. I have a hurdy-gurdy and it turns, but I'm not playing it.
A hurdy-gurdy?
A hurdy-gurdy's
That's
the machine pirates use, or the
Yeah, it's got a turn
pirates
crank
use.
and several several strings, and based on how you like play it and squeeze it, it makes a whole. It's a very beautiful instrument.
It's a cool old timey thing. Oh my God, Negs, I love that your mind is blown by it right now.
Wait,
It's so great.
Did you ever
Never
play
once in my
Sea of
life.
Thieves, Negs?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you not play the hurdy-gurdy in your high school band, Nex?
I have never heard the you sound like you made this word up in an
Hurdy-gurdy
Yeah,
is
that's
like a
fair.
bougie
No,
violin.
it's real shit.
It's like a
Bougie
hipster violin.
It's the mountain dulcimer of violins,
I
honestly.
feel like I've stepped into an alternate universe where you're all convincing me that this
We're not gaslighting you about
instrument
hurdy-gurdy, I
has
promise.
existed for all time. And
We are not hurdy gaslighting you. It's real, I promise.
I'm literally my mind is.
I'm
blown.
putting it in
I
chat for you
discovered
next.
Honestly, look up-
whole-ass new instrument.
Here it is.
exists.
There it is. You can check
Thank
it out. I
you.
gave you the wiki link.
There's
It's
some
real
really
life.
good. There's some really good modern covers of Skyrim music on hurdy-gurdies. I highly recommend that.
But we can all
It's
It's
agree
like feels
that
very
hurdy-
Ren Fair or something. Like it's like just old timey shit.
Yeah.
We can all agree that it sounds like you're making it up, though, right? Like
Absolutely.
hurdy-gurdy
Yeah,
sounds
oh,
like
sure.
you're just
Didn't know what it
making
was,
a
but
noise.
I'm not new.
It's like a violin had sex with an accordion. It's weird.
The actual prerequisite
me.
to playing the hurdy-gurdy, if you're not an actual pirate, is
Is
to
to
make
fuck
your
a
own
violin?
microbrew or
Oh.
just have really strong opinions on hops.
And to have like a curly
Okay.
mustache, maybe.
Yeah, or
And
be
like you
Irish.
probably are
The Irish
definitely
play it a lot.
I'm learning so much tonight.
Out here dunking on
I feel like
hurdy-gurdies.
I know there's a hurdy-gurdy player out there that we're really harming.
I know.
Listen,
the
genuinely
chances
love,
of us having a hurdy-gurdy player actually watching the show is very high, I feel like.
I
too.
Are we
genuinely love
hurdy-gurdying
it.
their feelings about this?
The
Because
Venn
their instrument is
diagram of
ridiculous.
Hurdy-gurdy hurting their
players
feelings.
and tabletop RPG and like enthusiasts. There's probably a huge.
It's a circle. It's
overlap.
just a
Huge.
circle.
Circle.
Huge crossover. Huge crossover. They went to the Ren Fair, they play the hurdy-gurdy, and they go watching our show. I
Yeah.
love you, whoever you are.
I would love to learn to play one, but I know I'm never going to learn another instrument, let alone one that's that expensive. So,
A hurdy-gurdy's expensive?
I mean,
Yeah, it's-
probably a lot more
No.
expensive than like a crappy guitar from Guitar Center.
It's
Oh
like
yeah, or like a
basically-
ukulele. Mhm.
It's like basically if you could hold a piano, like a whole piano.
Yeah.
That's how it plays and also how it costs.
Well, like bagpipes or whatever. Yeah.
It's a lot. Anyway,
My world just changed tonight, y'all. I
You're
just
welcome.
discovered an entirely new instrument.
wait till you see a beautiful woman play Skyrim music on it. Then that's
So
when
ready
the
for this.
shit really hits. the
Dom,
fan.
run the clip.
It's me, a beautiful woman.
Would watch.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
You were
I
going to
have 2 claws. Let's do it.
You were also going to say
Right.
thank you to Artful Badger, who gives one
Oh.
reroll to the table.
Oh,
Thank
Artful.
you.
Thank you.
Do you play the hurdy-gurdy?
Artful didn't know what it was either. Artful thinks we're lying.
Thank you. I'm not alone.
Artful says, "Wow, it's really big." Okay,
There
well,
are dozens of us who didn't know this existed, okay?
dozens.
Dozens.
Every year, dozens of people are inflicted with hurdy-gurdy-itis, the inability to know what a hurdy-gurdy is. Won't you please donate?
In the arms of the angel.
DMCA.
Anyway, let's reprogram this little baby bear. Get that prize for me. I'll use my 2, cost 2. Fix her up real good.
I grab it and I go,
Oh my god.
and then just hand it to you. I hand you the full box.
I guess Salty Pete rips it open. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Maybe tries to make sure Holly doesn't see this happening.
Hey, T-Ball, distract Holly.
Ding, 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 ding.
Your
Let's
camera
play
froze.
Play around. Ding, 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 ding.
Terry, your
Yeah.
camera froze.
Oh no. Oh no. Can you hear me?
So,
Yeah, now it's
you're
good.
good.
It's good.
Okay.
You're back.
That's fun. It's the Dodgers. Woo, ding, 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 ding.
I love these ding 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 noises.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, just for you. Ding, ding, ding,
Oh
ding, ding.
my god.
Hey, kids, let's play a game. Hey, kid, let's
You
play around.
Which game would you like to play with Holly?
Oh, with Holly, I would like to play a game where we maybe use our imagination. Let's close our eyes.
Holly does not have eyes.
What?
Let's pretend.
What do you mean?
She's a robot. She doesn't have eyes.
She has eyes.
She doesn't have eyes that blink that she can shut.
She's an animatronic talking sentient bear. Why can't she have eyes?
Oh, okay.
Respect
Blinking
Holly's truth.
animatronics surprisingly doesn't happen that often. They really don't blink. It's part of what makes them so eerie to look at.
No, when they do it really slow like this.
Yeah, and it's like the newer animatronics.
Chuck
that
E.
do that
Cheese
kind of stuff
blinks.
more.
I know Chuck E. Cheese blinks because when his eyes close, it goes flap.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you hear it.
Flap.
but
I'm not the main animatronic.
Holly Huggabear is
Chuck E.
not a
Cheese.
mascot. Holly Huggabear is literally a teddy bear.
I'm so stressed out. I don't know how I keep
mass-produced.
getting more stressed out, but it just keeps happening.
Excuse me, I had a Teddy Ruxpin back in the day, and that motherfucker blinked.
I did as well.
Hey,
but-
hey.
But
What?
The little robot thing computer inside her head doesn't identify as having eyes just because there's plastic eyes on there. You know, she doesn't think she has eyes. She
yeah,
just
Holly has like all of you has cameras. But Holly's cameras are behind the plastic shell of eye that don't move. Like the cameras are underneath that.
I don't
Can't
like
close
the
her
I
way
eyes.
you
hate
said that.
it.
I don't
She can
like it.
cover her eyes with her big fluffy paws.
That is true.
that's true.
We really have to do that thing. What is it of Mice and Men? Like where he's like, look at the birds or something.
Oh no.
Tell me about the rabbits.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
Wow. It was already dark in here and you made it a little bit darker.
You did it.
Dark.
You did that.
Yeah, okay. Y'all keep telling yourselves that.
Okay, so you open the box and you see another less dusty version of Holly Huggabear within the
What
thing.
if they all wake up? I'm so scared. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, oh great. I pull it out.
Okay, you pull it out and you hear "Wee." I'm Holly Huggabear. I'm your new best friend.
No. Who says that? What? I pulled it out. Why is it talking? Eric!
Okay.
The fresh bear from the box.
Okay. I am going to
This box I pulled this
Give me-
is
give me. Okay. High or low?
low.
Low. Okay. It said as it says that it goes. I'm Holly. It looks like whatever battery it had like it initiated, but it had been drained enough that it didn't.
Oh
It
my
wasn't able to
God.
initiate. So it
When
is
you opened
completely.
it, you pulled that little like plastic bit out
Yeah.
Oh
between
no!
the battery.
I've made a mistake.
But
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So but the battery has since decayed enough that it didn't have the power to actually fully boot.
Okay, great. Don't.
You almost did a murder.
I was like, I was like, I don't know. I mean,
your
it seems
idea.
they would like, wouldn't they work?
Yeah.
If they all wake up, I'm going to turn off. I'm going to leave this voice call. Why did I agree to this? I hate it here.
Whoa.
I love you guys so
I was worried that I was like, oh man, I'm doing the one right before Halloween. Am I gonna be he's spoopy enough?
Oh my god, for me at least. Oh my god.
No,
and
it's
Ned
already just
teaming
even the
up to
premise.
scare the shit out of me.
The premise is tense. Like all of it. Like it's so yeah, it's great.
For what it's worth, I have a very thin threshold for the Uncanny Valley and have my whole life, and I like couldn't go to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. I
Oh
would,
yeah,
like,
it was
throw-
terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
I
so
obsessed.
terrifying. Like
No, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with animatronics.
I
The
didn't
in
care.
between.
You still are, don't lie.
I just like the
Really?
pizza and video games.
My friend's mom created the Chuck E. Cheese characters.
Oh.
Oh snap!
Shout out to Megan Hop. She's a designer now too. Follow her on Insta. Anyway, It's very
Plug in the
random. I
friends.
know.
We love to see it.
What
Yeah.
a world.
Yeah. Small world.
Small wonder.
Is
Totally.
Holly covering her eyes?
I would say,
Or
yeah,
other-
the Holly. They're playing their
Otherwise,
they're playing
distracted?
their little game and is sufficiently probably distracted.
Yeah. I think
Do I need to roll
Holly-
for that or anything? Or that's Eric's gonna let it work.
Unless Eggs is gonna fight you over it, I don't think so.
I think Holly assumes, based on what she knows about kids, that you're walking through how to include her in a game of peekaboo. And I think she's like thrilled. She's like been waiting for this moment her whole life. A child has initiated like a game that she recognizes. And her enthusiasm for peekaboo, like she's not moving her hands until you tell her to. She doesn't
Okay.
know how the game works.
Okay, keep them closed. Okay, keep your hands there. You're doing so good.
Okay, what do I need to roll to replace her box?
So what are you trying to do?
I don't know, right? I don't know how robots work.
Okay, give me.
I'm replacing her box with the other box.
Okay, give me a. We will
Indiana
make.
Jones.
Give me a Mechana, just a Mechanicon roll. See how well as you mess with this other Holly Hug-A-Bear.
Okay. 2 7s.
Okay. You know that she talks from the head. Maybe if you swapped heads, but you're not sure how to do that because it's all felt. So you're like, I don't know. Does anyone? You're not exactly you're a singing mascot, so you're not like I don't know how I would attach the head back and. We do have rerolls.
I'm sorry, everybody. We're all like 12 right now, and it's a problem. Oh, wow.
I think Trash Boy got to step in. Trash Man.
Like,
Sal can't help us.
He got to. He knows how to fix things. Isn't he like a maintenance
No, he knows how to
bot?
clean up mistakes. Are we just sweeping this one under the rug? So
I'm about to kill Holly. Please.
What if we just open a new Holly and then we never talk about it?
We just kill this Holly?
We just replace Holly with a new Holly, then we never talk about it. Sal cleans up the mess.
She's the only one with the out of corroded battery.
I mean, you could take the battery out of this Holly once you've taken her head off. And
You
swap
want us
her.
to kill Holly?
No, I'm not
Next
saying
wants
that.
us to
I'm
kill
just
Holly.
saying that's like you could get around that issue. Is all I'm pointing out.
We have rerolls and Tiki Nicky could also attempt.
Don't bring me into this.
Okay.
It was your idea.
oh my God.
Okay, I'll take a chance. I got this.
Wait, I rerolled. I got
Okay.
an 8 and a 10.
Okay, and that 10
It
explodes.
I get to reroll another one. Oh, it's a 2.
Okay, but
Oh.
with 2 successes, that's like you probably of everyone here have the most ability to. You have the most hand-like hands, so you could probably do this. And you know that there is a central like in opening up this other. There's a zipper in the back. You open it up, and there is like a plate that you can open, and you can see that if you open that up, there is hard drive that contains central programming that perhaps if you swapped would adjust and help reset this Holly Hug-A-Bear.
I didn't even need to murder that other bear.
Well, you would need to take a piece from this other bear and give it to Holly Hug-A-Bear in order to fix the corrupted programming.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So the only thing is Holly Hug-A-Bear, your Holly Hug-A-Bear, is awake and on. So it's not normally great to go and swap pieces to active machines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Imagine like replacing your graphics card without turning off your computer.
That you're not supposed
also
to do. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to do.
while also playing Skyrim.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there a switch back there to turn Holly off?
Holly does not have an exposed power switch like T-Ball does.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Yeah, you do.
What do I do?
Just do it.
You do know that Holly is built just like this other bear. It has a zipper in the back that goes from just above where butt crack would be to the back of the neck, and in there you would see all the things, including the central battery unit that you could literally, if you could just yank that battery out, that would shut Holly off. Or you could wait for Holly to be drained of power completely.
Nope, I'm gonna sneak
Or you could have
behind
something else
Holly.
happen.
And
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna sneak around behind Holly and just go, Holly, can we play dress up?
A game that human children play, wherein they put on articles of clothing that they were not previously wearing, and oftentimes do not make good fashion choices. Dress up.
Yes,
we can
please.
play dress up.
All
What
right,
would you
let's
like me to
start.
wear?
Zip.
Okay, Holly, are you going to allow, as the zipper is being reached for, are you allowing this to happen?
I think Holly knows the difference between putting on clothes and having her zipper pulled.
And children aren't supposed to touch Holly's internal without parents' supervision.
They are not supposed to do that, not in the slightest. Holly is not going to allow that.
Okay,
Oh my God! Someone kick her.
I'm gonna have anyone who wants to be a part of this, but specifically Tiki Nikki and Holly Hug-A-Bear, roll initiative, which is a D10. You'll see you have initiative, which is a D10 plus reflex. So roll a D10 and add whatever your reflex is.
Who's rolling this?
It's Tiki Nikki and Holly, but if the two of you also want in on this, I'm gonna need some initiatives.
So we're adding the number from our roll to our reflexes.
Yeah, you're rolling a D10, one singular D10, and then you're adding the number of whatever your reflex is.
Cool. So
I rolled so badly.
Did you get a 5? Is that what that means?
You can
I
use a
got a
reroll.
No, I don't. I'm being
got-
a bad person. I want Holly to win.
You're not
Okay.
got an 11.
Being
Okay.
a bad robot. Ooh,
Bad
can we say that?
robot.
Is JJ Abrams gonna show up?
Yes, he has nothing else going on.
All right.
The heat on that.
Hate.
Oh my God, that was so good.
He's already
Roasted.
radically changed the direction of the two biggest science fiction franchises in the planet. So, what else he's got?
Yeah.
A little spice. He can take the heat.
That's a weird way to say ruined them, Eric.
He did. I would not say ruined. I just say that
He
they
definitely
both,
dramatically changed what
yeah,
was
he
bad.
dramatically changed both Star Trek and Star Wars, some for the better, some for the worse. But all those franchises are because of him now. Holly got an 11. Tiki Nikki got a 5. Is anyone else rolling initiative?
I did. I got a 4.
12.
Okay. And what did you get, Terry?
A 4?
Okay. All right. So that means that Salty Pete, you have the first move.
I'm gonna rip that battery out.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll your interact pool, which you should say next to physical interaction. There's interact pool. That should tell you what your dice pool is for that.
My interaction pool is a 7.
So then you can roll 7 die.
Really?
Yeah, and you are trying to hit the target threshold of TN to be struck by Holly Hug-A-Bear.
I rolled 46.
No,
Wait.
you don't add them together.
the energy on that. Just I rolled 1 million. What do you want?
Excuse me?
The highest I rolled was a 9.
Okay, what are the so that will connect.
I got 3 9s and an 8, and the others were failures.
Okay. So you definitely do.
I rolled 46. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sometimes you do add the stuff up. It's not
It's
on you.
Tristan doing any sort of sneak check.
Yeah.
Well,
I sneak
you
attack
have to
4.
roll a 10. Okay, I rolled a 46.
So now I know this because I have your sheet up, but your target number, which is essentially your AC, Negs, would be 7. So that is definitely going to be a hit.
Boom, boom, boom.
So that will be struck, which I believe gives you. Yeah, now you can do damage. What?
I don't want to do damage.
Yeah, I'll say then yeah, you were able to basically draw this up. We'll give you that ability to because of the 3 successes, you were able to unzip the back of Holly Hug-A-Bear.
That was just for the zipper?
Yeah.
You know what? It's a big deal. It should
Out of
take that
control.
much.
Yeah. It's. I mean.
thought that was to rip the battery out. I'm dying.
Okay, Holly, you have just had your zipper completely done, exposing all internal Baycorp proprietary systems.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
I was
Okay. So, I don't know if you know this, but I used to work at Disneyland.
Mhm.
And there's a thing that a lot of people wonder if it's real or not at Disneyland. They call it Disneyland Jail. And it's a place that you take people who are breaking park rules to the extent that they potentially pose a threat to other guests or like
Goofy
kids.
stands outside and goes, "Gosh, you're gonna be here for a long time."
It does indeed. It's a part of the atmosphere. And like you would also take kids there who are, also breaking park rules. It's a thing. But of course, children are told like, "Ooh, Disneyland jail, you'll get banned." I'm taking this child that just unzipped me to our restaurant's equivalent of Disneyland jail, where they will have to wait until their parent is called over the intercom to come show proof that that's their kid and pick them up.
Yep.
After having
That you-
received a certain talking to.
That area is in fact Dirty Hank's prison cell,
Aw,
which is also a photo opportunity. But
of course.
So Holly Hug-A-Bear is going to attempt to bring this child to Dirty Hank's prison cell.
all right, give me
Wasting away in dirty
Roll-
Hank's prison cell.
roll your interaction pool.
Okay. Oh gosh. All right. Good luck with this one.
And what is Vanna? What is your target number to be struck?
Target number.
TN to be struck.
8.
8. Okay.
Christ.
I got 3 8s and 1 10.
Ah!
Did you re-roll that 10?
No,
Yeah,
I
it
didn't.
explodes.
No, that's a 3.
Okay, so that's 4 successes. So you, as Salty Pete zips up, you literally like backflip behind Salty Pete and like grab Salty Pete's limbs and start like escorting Salty Pete towards the Dirty Hank's jail
What's the
cell.
size comparison here?
Well, you are a size 4, which is anything that is humanoid size, and the Holly Hug-A-Bear is size 2, which is anything animal size, the size of a small dog.
And this dog has got both my hands and is
I just upgraded to a turbo strength hug.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
have
no.
a grip on me, okay?
Oh my god, Holly Bear is the fucking cops, man.
Holly
All
Bear
cops
does
are bears.
You can buy Holly Hug-A-Bear several different outfits. And mostly it's pirate themed ones here, but there are plenty of police themed
I don't want to
outfits.
play as Holly anymore. I don't want to play as Holly.
I hate it.
Hey, Gab! Oh my god.
So
Oh my
Holly, I
gosh.
guess, is the little fuzzy teddy bear police and is marching Salty Pete towards Dirty Hank's jail cell.
Yeah, admonishing them about the virtues of staying in school and
Yeah, and she's running them through this like she has it down to a science. It almost sounds like a pre-recorded thing because it totally is, and it's just her running through this pre-recorded message about, you know, order and rules are here not to restrict our fun, but to enhance them. When we follow the rules, everyone has a safer time and a better time here. Stick to the rules and you can go back to having fun with your friends. A parent and or legal guardian must meet you at the booth to pick you back up. Thank you so much for and like she's just going off on this like legal at the end, the legalese.
all right. Ticky Nicky.
This is all your fault, Abria. This is all your fucking fault.
So happy. Tiki Nicky's gonna like kind of yell from the back, like, "Psst, Pete, play a song. She just wants to perform. Give
No,
her a
I'm not
spot."
listening to any of your ideas ever again.
Okay, well, I didn't think she was a little bear ninja. That can't possibly be on me.
It is!
Well, I don't want her to hit me next, so you try this because I'm not touching her. Okay, I'm gonna try, but then if I die, it's all your fault, and I never liked you. And I'm gonna also go and attempt a zip.
The zipper is fully exposed. All the components are now exposed. So if you want to try and
grab the D
grab,
volt, like the 9-volt hanging out in the back
Yeah.
of Holly.
yeah, give me. You can roll your interaction pool against Holly's target number.
Okay, I just roll. I roll 8. I can roll 8 dice.
Yes.
That's so exciting. Okay, I'm gonna use a reroll because I only got 2 successes, and Holly rolls apparently like Negs does, and it's a million. All right, I got 2 10s and a 9, and I'll reroll those 2 10s.
All right.
And 1 more 9, so 4
All right.
successes.
4 successes. I would say that that's pretty sufficient to while Holly has both of Salty Pete's limbs to reach in and basically just grab the lithium ion power source that is keeping Holly active and just like.
I
So
do
you-
yell, like I grab it and I go, "I love you, I'm sorry," and then I pull it out.
Yeah, and Holly is now just shut down.
I start stress vibrating again, like kill Holly. Brrr.
Stress vibrating, a mood.
2020.
All right, so we are out of initiative order. If you want to attempt to reprogram Holly, you're more than able to.
I can try.
Do it, T-ball.
All right.
Let me out of prison.
What's my
You're in hug jail.
You didn't make it there because Holly Hug-A-Bear is very slow.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Because Holly Hug-A-Bear doesn't have knees, so Holly Hug-A-Bear just kind of waddles.
Ooh, don't have
And
knees.
you just took her battery out. Okay.
Oh my god. A
right.
bird goes brrr.
She doesn't need them.
Okay, give me a Digicon roll. Against let's see. Yeah.
Against what?
I know what it's against.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. Just the singular 7?
you asked me for a Digicon roll, and I that's all I got.
What
I
is your
believe.
Digicon number at?
Oh, 1.
Then you roll 1 die.
Yeah.
7 is sufficient to hit.
I'm gonna re-roll. Should I re-roll?
No, seven's good. You just know that in this first go at it of trying to reprogram, it's a pretty complex task of reprogramming a robot. That you can knock 1 point off of Holly's OS threshold, which is 4, which is kind of like her HP, but for her brain. So you knock that down to a 3. So you've started the work of reprogramming Holly.
Okay.
So I'll give the other two
Beep boop bop boop
chance.
beep boop bop boop.
Yeah. You've found some malicious stuff. You've been able to clear some stuff up. The two of you, I will go with, I guess, Salty Pete. I'll give you a shot at this.
I'm rolling Digicon.
Yep.
All right. I rolled a 3, and yes, I only roll 1.
Okay. We do have rerolls.
Why can't I do Mechanicon?
Because this isn't a mechanical thing. If you were repairing a piece of hardware, then that would make sense. But this is software.
I'm pretty sure it's hardware.
I mean,
I'm taking out her box. I'm putting in another box.
I would like to say that a few more times,
Spit
just so I can
soda
record that.
everywhere.
He
I
please just talk
hate
about.
you.
we do have
box.
rerolls, especially
Eric, listen
now that
to me.
Dom Beck has given the table 1 reroll. So thank you, Dom Beck.
Thank you. Could we
It's
just hear again about
hardware.
the hardware
It's hard.
and the box?
Listen, I am looking at the rules for reprogramming robots. Listen, I'm
not
already
reprogramming her. We're replacing her box with another box.
that is your understanding as Salty
That's
Pete the
not-
mascot.
That's not reprogramming. That is an old switcheroo, and that's mechanical.
Okay. I will let you re-roll with mechanical.
Thank you.
Did that help?
I got a 9.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes, that will count as 1 success towards this because you do know that part of the issue is you need to swap a box for a box. So you have successfully T-Ball has opened up the software and gotten past some of the firewalls or whatever. You've swapped some boxes. So that you've helped. You have helped.
Thank you. That's all I want.
Priya.
My Lilith Fair band, swapping boxes.
And I just keep on swapping boxes.
Is that a song? I can't tell if you're making that up.
It's an Adele parody.
Okay.
Chasing pavements.
What do
No,
I?
it's
What do I
turning
do? I
tables.
just want to. I want to finish doing this.
Okay,
that's
give me
another
No
good one.
chasing pavement. No,
give
you're
me
right.
a Digicon roll.
Yeah, I can do a Digimon roll.
me
I
see.
rolled very badly. Can I use a reroll, please?
Yes.
You
I
may.
got 2 4s.
Bria, just do Mechanicon.
It's just as bad. Okay, I got 8 and a 10.
Okay. Yeah, that is going to be enough to break through the final 2 successes that you needed to basically you have to go back and forth. You're like, okay, what is I don't want to lose too much, and you finally set it and set everything where you think it works. You place the battery back in, zip up Holly, and you wait, and it feels like an eternity, and then Holly comes whirring back to life.
Ooh.
I'm Holly Hugabear, your very best friend.
How
Hi,
you doing, Holly?
You're interested in Holly?
Why are you crying, Prize Bot?
I'm very stressed out.
I could tell you're vibrating. I can't do the.
Holly, are you okay? Are you mad at me? It was mostly Salty Pete's fault.
I just want to clarify, based on how these little service bot babies work, does Holly actually recall what just happened?
I imagine it's similar to the end of Wall-E, where at the first few moments you revert to base model versions as wires and partitions begin to get back.
Spoiler alert.
And
God, I was gonna watch it this weekend.
oh
For
shit.
the first time.
but you start to remember the experiences that you've had and stuff like that. The sort of corrupted version of yourself has been gone for the most part. But yeah, you now you've regained most of your memories of this place, these people, and the situation that you're in.
Would I remember a child having unzipped me because that's the way she perceived it at the time?
Yes, you remember that
Okay.
a group of children got very naughty, and then you
Okay.
took one of them to jail, and then you woke up here with with other service robots.
You should have seen it. It was wonderful. The children were here, and they laughed, and they played, and they loved Holly.
I'm gonna go find you more children, Holly. But first, we gotta go fight a robot.
What a scary thing to say. I'm gonna go find you more children.
Fight a robot. Why would we be fighting someone? Is that why the children are gone? Did they take the children while Holly was powered down?
Oh no, they just had to go home. You know, the restaurant closed up for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, then Holly will wait right here, and you can chase them down. Holly should be here in case the children arrive again. The children did love Holly. It's Holly's turn to shine.
All right. What?
You've changed. You're different, Holly. But like, you're really committed to your job, and I get it. But like, we need to go figure out some stuff we need to do, like with this other robot situation, to make sure that we can open again. Because right now we're in danger of not being able to be open again. So we're gonna need your help.
If we can't be open, then how can the children come visit?
Exactly right. So we need to make sure we're able to do it. There was some sort of violation of some sort.
A violation? Well, we should get there immediately.
Right.
Which way?
To the basement.
Basement.
All right.
And Holly's gonna.
You all start heading towards the basement, and when you get within a few meters of where the door would be, you see one of those loudspeakers on an articulating arm shoving out and go, "Off limits."
Why?
Is it the normal voice of the like overlord one?
Yeah,
or is-
it's
okay.
whatever. It's like sometimes like the voice that you hear is pre-recorded like corporate phrases, and then whenever that is exhausted, it's a more computerized like text-to-speech voice, which it doesn't often have to use.
We know if there's like an emergency protocol that we can like there's an emergency override that we would be aware of, or someone would be aware of.
The manager.
Oh, well.
Can we see like how the manager sees? Like,
Give me a. Give me a. I guess no, I wouldn't. You wouldn't need to roll. You would know that there are. I mean, there are cameras and securities like any restaurant. There are security systems around. There were at one point robots that worked in security, but right now there are several cameras around the restaurant in various areas.
I want to go up to the camera that's in the direction that we're going. I want to slap a sticky hand over it.
Okay,
I'm trying to find one that's still a little sticky.
All right. Give me a. We'll call this reality con because that's usually has to do with physics.
I got a 1-9.
Yeah. Then you're able to thwap and stick it to the camera. And then you see it whirs and like goes like, but it's got this sticky hand on it, so it can't like focus. And then it goes off limits, off limits,
We gotta go.
off limits, off limits.
We gotta go.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
you head towards the basement door, and it doesn't just automatically open.
Oh.
Give me. I guess most of you would know, like definitely Salty Pete and Holly Hugabear. Both of you. Well, I guess anyone can give me a human comm.
Oh, I can
Okay.
do that. I'm good at that.
I like the humans.
I am
No
not, and
thanks.
it shows.
I got an 8, a 9, and a 5.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. I got 2 7s and a 6 and a 3.
Okay. So Salty Pete goes to the door and it doesn't open like doors are supposed to. You're supposed to just, when you need to go through a door, it opens for you. Holly, you stare and you look and you know that doors have handles sometimes, or that humans turn them because humans, for some reason, can't just open doors when it's time. They have to physically interact with them. And there's an interface called a handle.
She's gonna get a handle on this.
Oh, what now?
There is
Wait,
there is
Carrie.
Handle. A handle. It seems that that's the way that we need to communicate with it, to allow us to pass. Engage with the handle.
Oh, it's a mechanism to help, like maybe like push the door in a different direction.
Handle. Engage with the handle, and the door will let us pass.
So you're getting married to a handle? That's cute.
I think
Salty
that-
Pete's just gonna like bash his arm down on the
okay.
engage.
Yeah. You go engage handle and you literally like knock the
Oh, you're no. So this is like
What?
a thruple. Okay.
you
my
knock
God.
you knock the doorknob off, but it falls off at both sides, and then the door just sort of lifts ajar slightly.
Very effective.
It heard us speaking about it.
The door?
opened.
Oh, I thought you said it was the handle engagement.
You engaged with the handle correctly.
Do I need to throw a party for you guys?
Why do you know what engagements are?
Because people have parties here all the time and they talk by the skee ball machine.
If somebody fucking took me to Chuck E. Cheese for our engagement party,
I would
I
be in
would-
love
Oh,
forever.
that's
Is
what
that
our
what you
plan
were about to
is.
say? You would
I
be in
would
love
kill
forever?
them. No, I would murder them.
In love forever?
That's what we're doing.
Okay. Ooh.
All right.
Got
So
proposed to, I think. That was nice.
Oh my God.
you've knocked the doorknob off and the door is now slightly ajar.
Yeah. Now what? The door won't open all the way.
Do we push it? I guess.
I've never had to push a door.
Me neither. It's weird.
Why doesn't it slide open?
Did you try asking the handle?
The handle's on the ground.
Did you ask it?
Handle, a firm objective. Handle a firm objective.
Maybe it takes time.
I don't think we can handle the situation.
Terry, for
Terry!
God's sake!
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm like this.
She's not sorry.
Not sorry.
No
Not
I'm
sorry.
way.
angry. I'm angry right now. Terry.
She ain't
They are
sorry.
But they don't come out of my mouth.
I would say that you probably can infer that this door is now easily to get past. That it is probably
I don't know. I
obstacle.
think maybe we need the door
Or
handle.
handle.
That handle though.
I would say that maybe other robots like T-Ball and probably Prizebot or Tiki Nicky, but I feel like Salty Pete is programmed to interact with humans enough that he understands humanity enough to understand what an ajar door can be an open door. And the same with Holly.
I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? I remember
Love is an open
this.
door.
I remember
Yes.
this from a song I used to perform.
You did the Kids Bop
for
version
the
of it.
children.
Oh
we have
no,
to
did we
push-
only listen to Kids Bop?
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. Kids Bop from the early odds.
Honestly,
just
the
made it
best.
so
It's
much
like
more
pirate
horrific.
themed Kids Bop.
I chimed in with the haven't you
Haven't
people
you
ever heard of closing the goddamn yard?
They wouldn't say
goddamn it,
GD.
kids. Yeah,
wouldn't say GD.
The good
Gosh, no.
pizza yard.
That sounds better.
Okay, Baycorp Amusement Unit Salty Pete Model 001 pushes the door.
It pushes. There is a staircase that leads downwards, but there is very little illumination down there.
Are you coming, Saul?
Hold on.
Wet, angry pirates. Jesus.
Is there an elevator? I don't know what that is, but it feels like I
Okay,
didn't
yeah.
need it.
We need to go down there.
Wait,
Scrap
are you,
says
are
go
you
down
coming?
there.
Oh, okay. Oh, Scrap told you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, how do we get T-ball down the stairs?
I've got wheels, so maybe you guys can ride on me and we can like go wee.
Seems like a good idea.
It's genuinely a great idea.
In this game, everybody has a sized rating. A size 1 is roughly the size of a mouse or a rodent. Size 2, kind of a small dog like Holly Hug-A-Bear. Size 3, maybe a small child. Size 4 would be size 4 would be humanoid. T-ball is a size 5, which is the maximum size a player can be, which is the size of roughly a refrigerator.
Yeah! T-ball. I would like to jump up on T-ball. T-ball, yip, yip.
I'm big enough to be ridden. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
You can ride this ride. Okay.
Okay.
Am I rolling for this? What do I need to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll mobility. Give me a mobility roll.
Okay. Mobility. Six. I'm gonna roll again.
Hmm.
I want a better roll than that. I only got 1 dice for this one.
Turns out you're not very mobile.
No, and I'm not. I'm not. I rolled a 10 this time though. So
Okay,
was that
and
better?
Yeah, and that explodes, so you can re-roll that. So
Okay,
you can
great.
get it.
Let's do that. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This time I rolled a 1, so that's not as good.
That's fine. That's still 1 success,
Okay.
which is enough successes for you not to go crashing down the dark staircase. It's not.
Love it.
It is not a comfortable ride for anyone who chooses to ride T-ball down the cement stairway. But T-ball does make their way down the stairway jarringly till you reach the bottom of this.
I got cushy wheels.
They're more like casters. They're not very.
Yeah.
It's basically like carrying a refrigerator downstairs on a dolly.
Perfect.
yeah.
So smooth.
So you make your way down into the basement, and there are no lights currently on, but there is a dim sort of red hue that is pulsing in the corner where there's this darkened, boxy shape.
Do y'all see that?
Use your floodlight, your new floodlight, T-ball.
Oh, hold on. Why is it when I want to work? Okay.
Okay. T-Ball
Hello.
T-Ball turns on their floodlight, and illuminated is an incredibly large, like square, like bigger than you, T-Ball, much larger than you, square-ish, boxy shape of what looks like a robot, but its primary, like where its servo motors were for lateral movement and all that stuff have been removed. And you can see that, like, from give me a perception check, everyone.
I got an 8 and 2 1s.
An 8 is good.
Yeah.
10, 6, and a 2. I re-rolled the 10 and I got the 2.
Okay.
2 9s and an 8.
I got 2 9s, a 6, and a 5.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay. So perceptive.
What you see in front of you looks kind of like the large stoves that were in the kitchen before that fire, way back when. But this is much larger. It takes up almost the entire basement. It looks similar to those stoves, bigger, but it doesn't have movable joints or arms or wheels on it anymore, and it looks like the speaker of which it used for communication, for its primary communication, has been removed. It is sitting there by in the dark, and you notice that there is a wire that is attached to the back of it that goes sort of haphazardly attached to from the back of it into what looks like a power grid behind you.
Hello?
My God, it's Scrap.
What?
No.
No, he's
Yes.
And then you hear through that same sort of like tonal, like binary thing that you hear in the walls, you hear it affirm his assertion that it is Scrap, but it is not saying it in any voice.
Oh, Sal said that.
Yes, Sal said it was
Okay.
Scrap.
Sorry.
Sal was with you.
Got it. I thought the hunk of junk said it.
No, the hunk of junk has not said anything verbally.
But binarily has?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you talking out loud to us?
You it says it got its communication cut.
Communication cut by what?
Violence. That's all I'm hearing is
Violence?
Violence
No, I
or
think
violets,
violins.
like the flower.
no.
I think it's violins, like the instrument.
no.
Is that similar to the hurdy-gurdy?
Yeah, it's like a worse hurdy-gurdy.
Mm-hmm.
It says the violence took it.
What is the violence?
What is its job? Because we all have jobs. What is its job? I've never seen a thing this big like this that does this. What is its job?
It tries to like convey this, and Tiki Niki, you get the idea that it is a large brick kiln that was used. You're not sure what it was used for, but it was used for similar to conventional ovens. It was sort of a kiln for smelting and all kinds of stuff. You're not sure why it's down here, but that was what its original purpose was.
That's weird.
And then you just get repeatedly the binary thing for assist.
How can we assist? What can we do?
And then there's a pause, and it says escape.
Escape? You need to get out of here?
Assist, escape.
Okay, you or someone else? Because I feel like we want to leave, but we also want to be here when the kids come back. So like we have to figure that out.
Assist, escape. Draining.
Do we think we can move him?
Um, you could roll for it if you want, but I would say this thing is significantly larger than anything here. You're not sure how it got in the like it didn't certainly didn't come through that door that you came through.
How are we gonna move? How are we
Maybe he
moving?
doesn't want to be moved. Maybe he wants the sweet release of.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking. If he looks big enough that he wouldn't have fit through the door that we came through, Holly's gonna start waddling around looking to see how he could have ended up here. If there's, a bigger doorway.
You
elsewhere.
yeah, give me perception.
Okay. 2 3s, a 5, and a 7.
With the let me see.
We have rerolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use a reroll?
Yes,
Yeah.
you may.
Thank you. 2 3s, a 1, and an 8.
Okay, with that 8 is enough to hit the target. You notice that the downstairs here, the basement, is these large cinder blocks that have probably been here since this place was built. But you do notice there's a section of the wall near where this thing is that has cinder blocks that don't look as worn, that look newer, that look like they've been replaced.
Something's different. This looks like it used to be an opening, perhaps. Notice the difference in how run down one block is compared to the next. Based on my
Hey kids,
calculations.
can you spot the differences?
Oh my God, did we hear
basically
that?
What she's doing. She's like, here are the differences between the 2 types of cinder blocks. I can tell based on the aging of these cinder blocks that these were added more recently. Now, why would someone have done that?
Do you know?
Oh my
Can
God.
you count how many cinder blocks are different? 1,
I don't like
Two.
it.
3. 3 cinder blocks is very good. I just want to host a preschoolers show.
Would watch all day.
If we go inspect the cinder blocks, are they like wet new?
Not wet new. They've certainly they're not decades old, like everything else. They don't look as worn, but they definitely are much newer. They're in color. They're less pale. They're more of the slate gray that you would imagine. And also it doesn't look like they have a lot of there's like no mortar there that's keeping them. That looks like there's it's a lot. There's more hole that there is probably like they were just stacked there.
Oh, is there a place to peek through at any point?
Yeah, you can try and look through gaps, but
Sure.
but if you look through and there's not a lot of light, so besides like the light that's behind you shining through, it doesn't look like there's much, but there does seem like there might be something behind all of this.
Oh, so it doesn't lead to the outside.
No, because you were in the basement.
There's hills. Hills exist.
That's true. That is true. Hills exist. No, hills were eradicated long ago.
Oh my God.
The
It's
Earth
all
is one
Kansas.
flat sphere.
Oh, just like the flat earthers wanted it. Good for them. What do you think, T-Ball? You want to give it a run?
Okay.
Give it the old 600 pointer,
T-ball try.
Give it the old T-ball try, as we call it.
Balls out.
Falls out.
So you're gonna try and like push these over?
Ram it.
What
What would I roll?
what are you trying to do?
Terry.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
What are you rolling right now?
Nothing. Just playing with dice in my hands. Is that okay?
It's very much okay. Would you like T-Ball to try and knock this wall over, these cinder blocks over? Is that what you're trying to do?
I think so. Like, I guess if I'm built like a refrigerator, I'd be the best option for that. I'm worried I'm gonna break
Probably.
some glass, but
No,
you
give
know,
me
got
I'm at the end of
this.
my rope right now.
yeah, roll strength. Roll your
Okay.
strength pool.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Hopefully we don't all die doing this. Well, we're already half dead.
That's fine. What
None
is
of you
life?
are alive, technically.
Oh, that's fair.
Wow, thanks.
Unlike DJ Regular, who gives us a toast. His toast is clandestinely adds "In Heaven" from David Lynch's Eraserhead to Holly's list of pre-programmed songs. Have
Oh,
fun entertaining your
no.
friends, Holly.
Oh
no.
Right now.
Body.
Body.
Oh no.
What'd you
Okay.
get?
All right, I got a 9 and a 7.
All right. Yeah, you push yourself against it and start whirring your wheels and you start to feel the some of the cinder blocks shift as this wall, like almost a full wall of these, just start to collapse and then open up into a tunnelway.
There was something behind this. Those were new. Good job, Holly.
Holly did good.
Yeah, you identified the different new cinder blocks versus the other ones. You knew that some were old and some were new, so that there had to be
One of
something
these
else
things
here.
is not like the other. One of these things is different.
I think
You
Holly's
knew.
hearing that song in her head at the
Oh.
time.
Are you listening to music, Holly?
Aren't we all?
Sure. I think Bay Corp Amusement Unit Salty Pete Model 001 is gonna look back at the large furnace behind them. And then at Saul and be like, what does he want us to do?
Oh man, from what I'm gathering, it has been trapped here, and it would like to not be trapped here.
But like in a finality kind of way, or in a move me kind of way, or
I get the feeling that if it were shut down, it would consider that still being trapped here.
that's fair.
So it wants to break free.
How are we gonna move that?
And are there wheels handy that maybe we could pop onto it? Or like, is it on wheels? Or like, is it like stuck? Or
It probably at one point had wheels. It does not have any form of locomotion on it. But the basement does have a lot of spare parts, a lot of stuff in there. You could probably gather the materials to allow it movement of some kind.
Pete, do you want to use your Mechanicon? Don't you have a high one?
No,
Okay. I thought you did earlier. You were keen to
I
use it.
used it. I didn't.
I'm just saying, Cut Boy, the pizza cutting robot, was gonna be your repair person, but no,
Damn
nobody
it.
wanted to play Cut Boy.
I am lactose intolerant.
I don't really like pizza. I'll say it.
Teddy bears.
He had a saw for a hand, and he was awesome. And and I
Controversial.
would.
I
Prefer
gave you two
salad.
Your
options.
character.
I gave you two options, and you picked this one. So
Vanna did say she would also play the pizza cutter robot.
Yeah, but you
so-
seemed you said, "Can I play a mascot?" And I already had a mascot in mind, so I thought, yes, that's the one you should.
But you could have lied. You could have been like, "Oh no, they're too big. They're too complex. They're too la 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 la." You have to be a pizza.
Oh my
cutter
god,
robot.
You're right.
we
You're a
don't
pizza
get to
cutter
blame
now.
Eric right now. We don't get to blame Eric right
I will
now.
blame Eric every second of every day. No one can stop me.
No,
That's fair.
nobody will.
No one
Nobody
can
will.
stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
As a cisgendered white man, I deserve
white.
most of it. I mean, very little comes at me that I don't deserve in one way or another.
Sick.
Eric.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what a robot thinking like a pirate, thinking like a robot that became sentient would do.
It's like Victor Victoria. It's wild, you know?
Mhm.
It's a deep cut for the kids. It's okay. Look it up next. You'll love it.
You know, they're not a part of our crew. So maybe they get left behind.
Everyone deserves to take their place in the restaurant, though.
We're not going to be in the restaurant. We're going to be in the tunnel.
But let's be fair, we wouldn't know about all of this if it wasn't for Scrap.
True.
What can we do to help them?
Scrap, is there like a little bit, like, what do you consider you? Because maybe if it's small enough, we can take that.
Like a heart?
Mm. Like a soul.
You get the sense that it conveys to you, and I will say, based on like just you've now studied Scrap. While Scrap is a giant oven and does have some computer parts, Scrap is also has a nuclear battery, and that is probably what has been powering you for some time now, is the siphoning of Scrap's nuclear battery.
Okay, that's terrifying.
So we should just take his battery. I'm sorry, but it's...
Whoa, Pete. Yes, Tiki Nikki. What? I feel like you want to say words, but you stopped yourself.
If we take the life force from them and take that with us, then we're taking them with us.
No. They deserve
Holly.
a chance just like we do.
But we could take it for now, and then we can bring it back
When we make it out.
When we find the kids.
When we find the kids.
So you're suggesting we temporarily remove it and return it once the children have returned?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what
that sounds
Scraps would
right.
want? Scraps. Is that what you want us to do to help you?
No. No. Of course, only Tiki Nikki understands what this is.
Tiki Nikki, what do you relate to us?
What did Scraps say?
He says okay.
Really?
As expressed.
We should have known the person who worked the goddamn gambling counter for children is about to swindle some fucking thing out of its life force.
Sweet little teddy bear.
Why?
Is that their way of saying thank you?
Yes. They just want us to finish this as fast as possible.
It will help them?
She's trying really hard to like not shiver for once. Like, nope.
Why did you build the game like this? I don't understand. I guess I finally reached that point. I was like, oh, this is like whatever. That's fun. But like,
Listen.
oh my God, this is painful.
This is a world where the infrastructures needed to maintain it don't exist anymore. And robots have made hard choices.
I would just like to say everyone hated on Holly for being creepy. She's trying to be nice. She has some empathy in her little robot veins. Y'all hating on Holly for being creepy.
She
Hating
is
on you for
creepy.
being
She's
mean
still
to me.
creepy, but she's
You're still creepy.
got a
but
better
she's
heart.
Creepy with a heart of gold.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm taking one for the team on this. So let's go.
Wait, can you make that noise one more time? Okay. That won me over.
All
I
right.
don't want to take the nuclear battery out.
Okay. Normally you would roll, but because of the state of scrap, its target number is 0.
Wow.
so
a
it-
defenseless machine Abria.
Yeah.
There is no Abria.
So you are able to go in and find the nuclear battery, which is not as large as you would think it would be, and could very easily be stored on a robot like T-Ball, who has a lot of internal storage. Yeah, and you remove it, but as you do, you hear you just hear the sort of the binary thing of saying like, why, help, freedom, free, and then
I just start singing like the theme song, like welcome to the Salt Bay Restaurant. We hope you have a good time.
in your mind you remember the at one point someone saying, hey, remember kids, eat your vegetables or Tristan will get you.
Oh, are the dresslets made to look like chewing tobacco?
They do sell so Big League
She was
Chew.
never okay with this part of the canon. You can see her face. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have
She's
missed
like-
that episode.
Yeah. So you remove the battery, the nuclear battery, from this creature. As you do, the pulsing red light goes away, but then you hear a massive crashing of things and the shutting down of everything upstairs.
Whoa! Yo!
Yeah.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Okay, can we go now, please?
Yeah, we should go now.
I think she's just ugly crying
Oh
in
my
robot,
God.
Why exactly is everybody crying? What happened?
Nothing.
Okay,
I mean, he
like
said
you
it
got
was fine, didn't he? He said
you
it was
got the
fine.
power, right?
I'm crying about something else.
Okay.
So the four of you stand at the precipice of a tunnel as T-Ball's light illuminates this large tunnel, and you look down at it. You now have a battery that should provide you power for as long as you can imagine, and you are on the precipice of your journey to find the children. And that's where we're gonna leave it for tonight's episode.
What the fuck?
Eric, this game is so fucked.
This
I
is so
love
much
it, and
sadder
you
than I
so
thought it would
love
be.
so much.
Wow.
Like
So sad.
5 seconds of the game, I became so depressed I'll never recover.
I was literally like, as I was like planning this, I was like sitting down the past few days to like really sit down and plan it. I was like, like I don't want to play sad, depressing things anymore. The world's already is screwed. Can I play happy things? Damn it! I've already committed to this thing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
This is not what I expected.
So-
I said,
Have you seen the Brave Little Toaster? Just
I
gonna
told
say,
you
it's
specifically,
dark as
Brave
hell.
Little Toaster and Wall-E.
Dark as hell.
When they were
dark.
dancing
Wally's
using
dark as
Put on your
the
Sunday
fire
best when you feel
extinguishers in
down
space.
and out.
I was
Go
picturing
ahead
romance
and get your picture
and the
took.
hand holding and the dancing, not the
Right,
bad
exactly.
part.
Did you
Hello,
forget the part
Dolly?
where he drove past all of the other ones that are broken down? That he's
Yes,
probably
I
the
did
last
forget
one.
that. Thank you for
I
asking.
had
repressed
completely
it.
forgotten.
Wait,
did not.
wait, spoiler alert.
Where he breaks his eye and he takes a
Yo.
spare one, meaning that he's harvested others for parts in the past.
Uh-huh. Why did they give us a morality core?
I
feel like
take it out, take it out.
This is heartbreaking.
I hate it here.
I didn't think I was gonna be playing GLaDOS, but then that shit happens.
Oh my god, thanks, Eric. It was so fun.
This
You're
was so
welcome.
good.
Oh my god.
Thank you all for playing, and thank you all for watching. So why don't we go around and we can have everyone know where they can find you and all the various places. We'll go in reverse order. Terry, where can people find you on the internets?
Oh, whoa. Hi, guys. You can find me so many places. You can find me at the Terry Gamble. That's Terry with one R on most social media platforms, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitter. We can keep up with what's happening. What's happening here on Tuesdays, obviously. Thursdays, every other Thursday, I am a part of an improv group called Diversity Higher Comedy. That's in like getting higher up. And we have a web series. We're gonna I think the second to last episode, I think is finally dropping soon of our first season of shows. We're about to do a new series very soon, so look out for that. And then on Fridays, I'm at Ripley Improv on a show called Heartbeats, a wholly improvised medical drama. So it's like if you like Grey's Anatomy, but like people are just making it up on the fly, which is insane. We have our Zoom sets and like surgeries and like crazy shit. Like I use real fake blood and all kinds of fun stuff on the show. I play a doctor and it's really fun. Check us out on Friday on Twitch at Ripley Improv. And then Mondays, I have a podcast, a scary movie podcast, just in time for Halloween. We do it all year, but just in time right now for
We've
Halloween.
done it for the past 3 years, just in time for this.
I know
holiday.
it's like
just
over
in time.
170 episodes. It's like, yeah, it's been going on for a while, but people get ask me a lot of questions this time of year and want me to guest on stuff. And I'm like, I can only do so much, but check us out. We just interviewed Daniel Krauss last week. He is the writer of Shape of Water with Guillermo del Toro.
Shut the front
Oh, no.
door.
He's amazing. Okay, he not only did that, but he got to finish posthumously George A. Romero, Night of the Living Dead, Grand Maestro, his novel. It's basically
Amazing.
like all the Living Dead movies. This is like what he probably wanted to make. It's an epic book of 650 page
What's
opus.
it called?
The Living Dead is the name of the book. Daniel Krauss and George A. Romero. If you look up danielkrauss.com and check out his stuff, he's got
Is the book out?
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's got a whole bunch of other wonderful books that he's done that I think you guys are totally dig. There's stuff, everything from youth fiction and to stuff for us grown folks to enjoy as well. So we interviewed him. So that interview came out last week on the pod. Wonderful. And this week's episode is on Cemetery Man, Delamore, for those of you who know about that, starring Rupert Everett. That's what we reviewed this week. So lots of fun stuff. We have more interviews coming out next month that I'm really excited that we got to do. So sometimes we have horror celebrities, sometimes we have other stuff, just lots of cool shit. So check it out. Follow me at the Terry Gamble for all the good stuff.
All right, Negs, where can they find you?
Hi, I was playing Holly Hug-a-Bear today. This was awesome. I'm so glad we got to do this. You can follow me on all social medias at NegaOryx because it's the same on all social platforms. It's a made-up name. And come say hi sometime. I just put up a new YouTube video today. I just started doing YouTube stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's a first-time ghost hunting and phasmophobia. And on Thursday, I have a really cool announcement coming at 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm also on a tabletop RPG show called Witchcraft and Wizardry. And today was actually our 1-year anniversary on that show. which is very exciting. We're in year 2 in like the chronology of the show. Is that the word, chronology? It is, right?
Criminology,
Okay.
yeah.
Criminology. We're all young criminals. And please
I
come on by.
where's the lie?
Where's the lie, though? Actually, though, the stuff that happened this week. Come check it out. I am a little criminal
No
in the
spoilers.
making.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, though. And yeah, that's about it. I'm live like 5 days a week on Twitch, so come say hi sometimes. But yay.
All right, Havana.
Oh, hello. I'm Havana, and I stream full-time on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/Vana, V-A-N-A. You can find me on social media, Havanarama, Havanarama, like the capital of Cuba. And yeah, I'm live 5 days a week, hypothetically. I have a game on November 1st at Friends Who Roll Dice. It's we're doing a game called Alexar, and we're playing ancient horrible gods that come back in a time period. No spoilers. Watching you fail to whisper to it was for everyone. It's for everyone. That's November 1st. It's gonna be 12:30 EDT at twitch.tv/friends who roll dice. And then I'll be on the Calyx tomorrow night, which is going to be over at the Good Time Society on YouTube, or the Becca Scott, twitch.tv/the Becca Scott at 10 p.m. EDT, or what is that, 7? I've been gone so long. 7 p.m. PDT. PDT. So that'll be tomorrow. It's Call of Cthulhu. We are in like the Prohibition era, and it's actually the most chaotic thing I've ever been a part of. So if you're into that, come through. And that's all I've got.
All right, Abria.
Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar. Go fucking vote. Please vote. If you can vote, vote. In addition to here, you can find me on Sundays playing Creature Collector on Critical Bard's channel. On Mondays, a new episode of my Avatar: The Last Airbender podcast, Storybetters, drops first thing in the morning. And then at 1 p.m. Pacific, you can catch me playing Rime of the Frost Maiden with the Roll20 crew. On Tuesdays before this game, you can catch me playing Operation Emberfall, which is a Phoenix Dawn command game over on Q Times. On Wednesdays, Pirates of Leviathan just wrapped up. It's super cool. Go check it out on Dropout. But also The Unleashed, a game I'm GMing of Masks over on Strawberry 17 Plays Twitch channel, is just rolling into full steam. We had an amazing first episode last week, so jump in while the getting's good. Thursdays you can catch me over on Dragon and Things channel at 1 p.m. Pacific playing Department of Mysteries, which is an adult Harry Potter game. On Fridays you can normally catch me over on Dice Envy's channel, usually just vibing with the squad and talking dice. And every other Friday a new episode of 12-Sided Stories drops. We are currently finishing up Heliotrope, which is a Hack the Planet game that I'm running for the crew over there. And that's it.
I counted. That's 9 things to cheer Abria on.
Hooray!
Yeah.
9 opportunities to tell Abria she's a badass. So
Yeah,
take
maybe-
every last one of them.
Yeah.
In
If
lieu
only-
of that, go vote.
Yeah.
Please.
You can do both.
Please also make sure you're sleeping, Abria, because that's a lot. I'm tired just hearing that list.
Yes.
I'm so tired. Yo ho.
And I am Eric. You can catch me on all this stuff at mostly Eric on all the things, including Twitch and the whatnots. This Saturday though, I'm doing a special 12-hour Thank You for Halloween, where the ghost of Vincent Price is gonna come up and show up on my channel. He's gonna watch movies. We're gonna have a watch party, so it should be fun watching.
I want to be the ghost of Judy Garland.
You can see if Judy Garland shows up. I'm trying to keep the appearances. I don't want people.
I heard a rumor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the veil is thin, so all kinds of ghosts can show up for
That's right.
the thing. But yeah, that's you can catch me there on my channel, mostly Eric, on Twitch Saturday for Halloween. And then next Tuesday is the election. So we're all gonna probably be doing other things. We're not gonna be doing the show next week because it's the election and it's kind of a crazy one. And please vote. Please vote.
Please vote. Please vote. Vote.org.
Mhm.
Gamersvote.com.
Vote.
So many ways to vote.
Yes.
You just gotta do it.
Even if you vote by mail, you may have to. It's not too late. You check to see when it's too late to send in your mail for it to be counted, and if it is, you can still drop off your mail-in ballot at many different locations. And
Make
still
sure
have it
they're
counted.
official on a .gov website because the GOP is putting out fake drop boxes in
is-
California.
Yeah, that's some Orange County shit. I'm from.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm so disappointed in my home.
Hey.
Also double triple check within your county, within your region on their official website to make sure once you voted that your ballot was counted, because people are getting their ballots rejected for inane reasons. So just triple check that.
Also, Terry,
Terry, you're
unmute
muted.
yourself if you're gonna. You're
Terry,
muting.
you're still
LOL,
muted.
LOL. That's funny. I don't usually use that mute, but I did for whatever reason. Hi, guys. I was just saying, as a regular vote by mail voter for many moons, many years, I've had ballots rejected before if your signature does not match what looks like on your license. So make sure when you're actually doing your signature on your mail-ins, for those of you who've not done that yet, check and look at your license and just try to make sure your Siggy matches it. Because sometimes it morphs over time as we get older, or if you're quick,
And I don't-
quick versus your like official one that you did at the DMV or whatever, it might be different.
And
So
I don't
make-
know about every state, but in California, you can check to see if your mail-in ballot was accepted because I've sent mine in and it has been
Yeah.
accepted.
Most places you should be able to check and see if your vote actually went through or if it was
Absolutely.
denied for any reason.
And you can drop off your stuff at if you have that. If you don't want to go to a ballot box, if you're worried about the security of it, you can actually drop off your ballot. And I know in the state of California, actually at any polling place. So I've done that many moons too, where I was like, I didn't mail it in time, but no, dropped it off at a polling place that was near my house. You don't have to wait in line to do that. You actually get to skip the line, which is very nice about it. Yes, girl, that's what I was saying. Mail. I was like, you can vote by mail all the time. I always get my ballot in the mail. I fill it out ahead of time, and then if I need to go drop it off, I can go do that. It's a pro tip. Then you still get the sticker that day because you go to the place, and then you just like actually can turn it in right there and make sure it's secure at an official polling place. The nice thing is a lot of places this year are doing voting early so that you have a lot more time to actually get that done. I was worried because I moved on October 1st this year, and my roommates got their ballots, but mine never came in the mail, even though it was on our, like, we have the UPS, we check our mail, like every day we get an email of what's going to come in the mail. I never got it because I think it got delivered to my old house. So I was waiting and waiting. So I was actually able, because I had my sample ballot, to go and scan it at a freaking polling place and actually be able to go vote physically, which was dope. But I had already done my stuff ahead of time. It took me less than 2 minutes, no wait where I was at, and it was freaking awesome. So do what you got to do. Even if your stuff is weird, figure it out. I'm just telling you, there is a way. That is all.
Yes. Agreed. But thank you again, everyone, for tuning in, watching, and being.
Can I say
Yes.
something?
Go.
No.
I guess
I'm going
Okay,
to
you can.
anyway. I'm going to anyway.
Okay.
You can all leave. I'll just keep
I
it
can't
live.
physically
Okay.
stop you.
Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Dom. I just wanted to quickly say we have a special Halloween episode of Wildcards this Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time with special guest TK Johnson. TK joins the fray, is coming and playing with us. So I really hope that you can come and tune in. It's going to be super awesome. 8 p.m. Pacific time this Friday. Again, I back up everybody here. Please go and vote. If you are in the U.S., please go and vote because it's really, really important and it's kind
In
of
some
freaky and
states, You
scary.
can still register. Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Check it out.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that and then reiterate that we are off next week for Tales from Salt Bay, but we will be back the week after that to finish off this little tale of Engine Hearts with Eric. So I hope that you can join us for that. But we will see you here Friday, and go check out everyone else's awesome stuff that's going on. And I think I think there's something going on with... No?
Yeah, no. Van and I
Sabrina,
are in
you're
a
a
game
mess.
together. but I'm a full mess and Vanna is my brain. So
No,
follow.
I'm half a mess because I have the time set like 6 hours early.
I got the day wrong, so please don't ask.
Which is
a whole
crazy
mess.
because you're in so little. Like, how could you forget?
Bria, get your shit together. You
It
just sit
won't
around
get
and you do nothing all
together.
day. You just sit there, you stare at the wall, and you go, "Oh boy, I wish I could do tabletop stuff 20 times a day. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh well."
She lives that
I need you to
tabletop
hold my
life.
hand and
She
help
lives
me.
that RPG life. Her name is Abria. She be out there dimming the streets,
No.
out there rolling dice.
I don't
She's
deserve
making
a
dreams
song. I
come
don't know how to
true.
check
She
Discord.
making our dreams come true.
Help
Yeah.
someone teach me how to look at Discord without making my ADD hurt.
Just get on a video call and share your screen, and I'll read your Discord for you.
In Zoom, you can actually control her computer, so you can respond to.
Yeah, give me
Please
full
take
control.
over my
Yeah.
entire life.
I'm gonna find those lewds.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for this Tales of South Bay. On that note, we want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, rest of your week. Hope you tune in for Wild Cards this Friday, and go vote. Good night, everyone.
Please. Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.